Hey, everybody, welcome to wonderful Northeast Ohio. Yes, I have traveled out of the state of Florida. I'm going to be hanging out with my mom for a week. It's her 85th birthday. I think it's her 85th birthday. Hopefully, I'm not adding a year or two onto her, but I'm pretty sure that's it. At any rate, I'm in Ohio. Ashton broadcast here a few days ago, as everybody knows, when I was ill. But now I'm up here getting the Ohio treatment. So we're going to have a fun show tonight. Do we have any video clips to play? We might have one. If I can get to it, we have one. But I saw Marcus had a birthday party recently, and I think we have some video footage of that. If I can get to it, I will definitely show it off. But we've got 4 different reps coming in here. And so while we may be light on videos this evening, there's one thing that we are not going to be light on, and that is Jason D'Ambrosio. He is in here for the long haul tonight. He's starting off the show with me, and he'll run through until the end when he gets to show off his picks for this evening. How you doing, Jason? Uh-oh.
Good, Bill. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You've got either a delay in your audio, or maybe the force isn't with you. I see you got a Star Wars shirt on or something going on there tonight. Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine. I'm guessing that
Okay, cool.
You're getting me delayed or something like that, man. But I think so. Does everybody agree? I have no idea. JD with the he's sporting Grogu. At any rate, so it is delayed for you though, huh, Jason?
Juggernaut Grogu.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just heard you right now, Bill.
Okay. All right. There seems to be a little delay. Everybody's saying Ohio Bill. I don't know. I don't think it's me. But let me see. But I'll tell you what. This is how we'll decide it, because we have Mr. Ken Carson from 4C in the green room, because what we're going to be doing tonight is talking a lot about mystery sketches. I don't know what the count is, but at least 90, maybe 100 that we're going to be able to look at tonight. From different reps, and I've actually got a bunch of scans from some of the independent artists that work with us too. So we have a lot of art to look at. So yeah, let's bring Ken in. Ken will be the deciding factor. Ken, how's it going, man?
Good, man. What's going on?
What's up, Ken?
Everything's going on. I landed in Ohio about 6 hours ago, and I've been busy doing chores for my mother ever since I got here. So I'm running late, but I'm gonna have a good time.
Excellent. Sorry you're in Ohio. I mean,
I know. What are you going to do, man? Florida's it's going to be 100 in Florida in a couple of days, so I'm not going to miss that. No. But hey, so let's talk mystery sketch, Ken, because obviously, you've done it with me every single time we've done it, right? I think this is the 4th time, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
So we actually, I've got to get a couple things queued up here, because you sent me some scans from your team. Now, over the time that we've done these with you, it has, I think you've almost used a different lineup every time. Is that true?
I try to mix it up the best I can. There are James Pasco, who you're going to show some art from. He did it last time. Mm-hmm. I try to make Bill a staple, just because everyone likes Bill's stuff. But yeah, this time I got Mike DiCarlo to pop in and do some sketches too. So
very cool. And I don't have the list up in front of me, but that was all Pasco, Morrison, and DiCarlo.
Yeah.
And who's the fourth? I know you said
just the three.
It's just the 3 this time. Oh, yep. All right. Hey. Well, it's been one of those kind of days. But I think the burning question that everybody in the chat would probably have is, when are we going to get Aranga to come back?
Oh,
well, we'll have to talk to Aranga about that maybe next time.
I mean, he was in the first one, right? If I'm not mistaken.
He was. But like I said, I like to rotate the guys, and Aranga had just did a commission list for us just recently, so I didn't want to inundate him with too much to do.
Right.
Plus, we have Heroes in a few weeks. He's doing a commission list for that, so. He was in Italy. Listen, he's just too busy, is what it boils down to.
He's in
demand. We'll get him in the next one in the fall.
All right. Well, that's the 10th Comic Art Live event. So the bigger we can make the mystery sketch, and Aranga would add a little bit of zest to the mystery sketch and the overall show.
He definitely adds zest for sure.
James says he heard that he's a prima donna. I don't know about that, James, but he's not a good arm wrestler. We know that. But all right, well, so we only have a couple of the scans I think we got from you so far, right? But I've got
just a couple.
There we go. Let me resize that. That looks okay. So what are we looking at here? Because I actually don't have the sheets in front of me of who got
This
what.
is James Pasco did
Pasco's,
this.
yeah.
I don't have the list either. Hold on a second. I have it around here somewhere.
That's a nice
No
Nova.
problem.
The Nova, though, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to know who it's for, but I don't have the list right directly in front of me. But yeah,
Yeah.
11 by 17. James just kills it. He loves to do this stuff. Phenomenal inker. Does some amazing work, and when he does his own work, he really knocks it out of the park.
Ram says he requested a Nova Supreme. Well, it could be yours, Ram. I wasn't planning on giving out the names if we didn't have to tonight. But you said this is on 11 by 17, though?
Yeah, you actually have it. I have them both right here in front of me. So yeah.
Didn't he get the memo? It's 9 by 12.
Listen,
Bill, stop trying to tease these people.
James likes to supersize things.
All right. Well, then we can make sure James is in the November show then too. Supersize is always good.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. What was the next one we got? Oh, very cool.
Mysteria, yeah.
Another one by James.
Yeah, James he's awesome. I love the guy.
Yeah, we've had James on for an interview a while back. Because he does some of the resto work with some of the reps and our dealers and whatnot. So you always forget that he's a illustrator as well. It's really nice.
Sure.
And then DiCarlo.
DiCarlo, yeah, there's Mike DiCarlo. So
Very nice.
A couple pieces.
I've heard this is how James likes to work out with free weights. Look at that. I think James,
DiCarlo, another guy who likes to he likes to take things as far as he can. I reminded him Monday. I said, "Can you have these sketches done by Thursday?" He had them done for me by Monday.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So Mike is awesome, and he'll be at Heroes with us.
Yeah. What? Who all from the team will be there at Heroes at your booth?
Oh, we're actually going to show pretty big at Heroes. We're going to have obviously Bill Morrison, Jim Shooter, Ron Wilson, Aranga, Mike DiCarlo, Pascal Ferry, Jesus Moreno. I think that's everybody.
How many booths do you need when you have that many artists?
Hopefully just one. They're actually putting Shooter like in the booth next to us just because of room and something about traffic flow. They wanted to make sure he was front facing, and so he'll be next to the 4C booth, but he'll be there with us.
So you'll be darting back and forth between booths.
Yeah, he has an assistant who helps him, so I hopefully won't have to do too much.
Good. And then this is another one from DiCarlo.
Yep. There's another Mike DiCarlo, Captain America. He said he had a lot of fun with this one.
Well, I've always liked Mike's work. He's a nice guy.
He's excellent. Yeah, I'm trying to get him around to more shows. He's enjoying himself. He's really enjoying doing the commissions and stuff. And commission lists are open for anybody who is going to Heroes. For any of the guys I mentioned, we'll be closing them probably in the next week or so.
I saw you were doing a lot of PR for the commissions, right? That you guys are taking. Yeah,
we've had a decent amount too. We're also taking commissions for Elizabeth D'Amico, who I also rep, but she's going to be at Hershey, which is 2 weeks after Heroes.
Okay.
She's coming all the way over from Italy, and very talented artist in her own right. Inks Ina Balam a lot on the stuff that he's been doing lately. But she's an amazing artist herself, so we're really excited to have her.
What's the Hershey show, Ken? That's not too far from me.
Yeah, Hershey Comic-Con. We're going to have Bill's going to be there, Jim, Mike, and Elizabetta. And you should check it out. We actually had the promoter on our show on Tuesday night talking about it. It sounds to me, I mean, I talk to the guy all the time. It sounds to me like it's going to be kind of an art-centric show. It's kind of like in 3 ballrooms. He's going to have the artists separated into 3 different ballrooms. And I'm really looking forward to it.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, man. You need a ticket, let me know.
I'll ping you.
Man, free tickets. Don't say that too often. But very nice, man. So what after those 2 shows, what else do you guys have planned for 4C?
Well, after Hershey and Heroes, San Diego is the next one. San Diego Comic-Con will be there with Bill, and then we're doing Fan Expo Chicago. which is Bill's going to be there. Mark Hamill's going to be there. So hopefully, Bill and Mark are actually really good friends. So there may something may happen. We'll see. We don't know, but we might do something with Mark there. And then Toronto, Edmonton, Dallas. So not a whole lot of shows coming up, but enough. I do enough traveling that I don't want to do too many.
Well, that's fair. That is definitely fair. Trying to read the chat. Yeah, some of the guys still making jokes about fast food joints, but oh well.
Your CEO is leading the charge on that, Bill.
I know. I was going to keep it on the download today, but anyway. So let's see. So we got a couple. You said Bill is going to be working on his stuff.
Yeah.
Probably wrap them up this weekend. So we should be. These pieces should be in the mail any day now, and then the rest of them by Monday, which fits right in with our timeline. We want to try to have everything in the mail one way or another, either to the rep or me or the buyer by the beginning of next week. So that's perfect.
Yep. We're on schedule.
Yeah.
Take care of all that stuff.
That is always a good thing. Yeah. Well, I'll look forward to seeing you at and the team at Heroes.
Yeah.
Jason's not going to Heroes though.
Not this year.
No. It happens.
Can't do them all, Ken. There's too much.
I tell you, sometimes you got to spread it out. You got to pick your spots,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's going to be tough now that OAX is out there. I think, I'm saying this is going to be my last San Diego. So I haven't gone in a few years anyway, but it's too much work. It's a long trip.
It is.
If I do OAX as I am and a few other shows, I think that's going to be more than enough for me. So
got to come out to New York this year, Bill.
I'm pretty confident Casper's going. I may go if I can squeeze it in, but I feel like I have a trip every month all the way through October already because I'm going to that IX show in PA, and that's the third week in October. I think New York's maybe a week or two before that. So we'll see. We'll see how much I can cram in. But Carl says less is more. OAX in Baltimore. Yeah, that works out. And it is Berkey's last San Diego too. That is true.
Threatening to come to Terrificon in Connecticut too.
That's true. I wouldn't mind going to that honestly, but again, I got too many things. I can't go to more than a show a month. That's too much unless it's like right next door. But Ken, I just want to say I appreciate you taking part in the mystery sketch all these times and supporting it. If you had more artists that want to do it, I'd always make sure that you got more sketches assigned to them too. So just to always know that, I know you bring me the list of the guys you got beforehand, but if more people wanted to participate, we definitely sold a record number of mystery sketches this time, double what we sold in November. So that was pretty awesome. Surprising, we didn't know where we were going to end up, but it did work out really well. So yeah, just always keep that in mind. You don't have to stop it at 3 or 4 artists if 5 or 6 people want to participate.
I appreciate it, and I always appreciate everything that CAF does for 4C. We've been working well together for a long time. I keep it nothing but continuing, of course. Hopefully, going to have some cool announcements, and I will probably make them with you because it's going to be something that's going to be big for the entire art community. I'm hoping I get it done real soon. And then we're going to be rolling out a new product at Heroes called the Video Sketchbook, which I could show you one if you like. I don't know if you have time or not, but we can always talk about it another time if we want. But
it might be something good to do, like as a standalone segment. I mean, if you want to prep for it, because since I have no idea what that is.
That's the fun part about it. Once you see it, you'll probably be blown away.
Yeah, no, let's do that. Let's play, because definitely now that Bob Layton, we know where he is now, so he's not doing the intros with me now. So I actually have like another 20-25 minutes on my shows that I didn't have before. So that would be something we could start off a show with like that. I mean, after when you're ready to really debut it, we can do it on the CAF update.
Excellent. Yeah. We're hopefully going to roll it out with all the guys in Heroes. So it's a pretty cool product. So yeah, we'll have to schedule that and talk about it.
Sounds good. Mikhail says he loves the Video Sketchbook, and so he's on the inside. He's in the inner circle as far as knowing that. That's probably because of his friendship with Oranga.
Yes, Aranga has one. So yeah. So
see, Jason, now you're feeling left out, right? The Team Oreo, you're the only part of the team that doesn't know what the heck's going on here.
It's tough being the outsider.
Oh man! All right, well let's talk this sometime soon, Ken.
all right.
Maybe probably next Thursday won't work just because that's I'm going to be traveling back to Florida, but maybe the week after that.
Sure. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Anytime, just let me know.
All right, that sounds good, Ken. Well, so we'll see you again soon before Heroes.
Yep. Thank you so much.
You got it, man.
Thanks, buddy. Take care, Jason.
I can.
So hey, so you get left in the dark too, man. Trust me.
Sometimes, Bill. Sometimes.
It's like being married. You don't know what's going on. Well, I'm not going to go there. Maureen might be watching right now, but yeah. So you're not going to Heroes. So what is the next show for you that I might even see you at?
New York. If you come, I'm probably going to do Terrificon. I always go to New York. Then OAX. I mean, that's it. That's really what's all on my slate at this time.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's not so bad. But who needs in-person cons when you have all the virtual stuff and whatever? You can do everything from the comfort of your own home. I mean, how many pieces on your back wall did you buy at a con versus buying online or through CAF from a dealer? Got it in the mail. What do you think?
God, I don't know.
Percentage wise,
probably a good mix, to be honest, Bill, because I got, I have the New Jersey con too, a New Jersey art con. I always do a lot of damage. I got a pile of art sitting here, right here, that's got to get scanned, that came from all different venues. Some CAF Live stuff, a couple trades, whatever. So me.
Is that like an art trap that we can see? This is like it's like Felix's show. It's like an unboxing. Can you want to show it off? We got some time because I know Tatiana's the one I think who's due up next to pop in here, and she's not in the.
This was my big trade.
Oh, look at that! Sweet.
Casada Marvel Knights cover.
Yep.
I got that. I traded with our friendly neighborhood Schneiderman. James bought too much and knew I wanted a Preacher piece, so I finally got a Preacher representative for my collection. Nice title splash, Dylan. This came from CAF Live, all the way from England. Liam Sharp, Death's Head pink with Wolverine, but I just love the half splash of craziness that Liam did down the bottom with the anime.
Liam's a pretty humble guy, when you read his posts on Facebook, he's
humble. I met him a couple.
His style. He works his tail off on all of his pieces. That's amazing.
What else we got here? Here, you like this guy, Rick Leonardi, Uncanny page.
Oh, nice.
Came in a trade.
I saw a Leonardi page go up on CAF for sale today.
X-Men?
It had X-Men in it. I forget. What was it?
Oh, that was that Excalibur page.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was an Excalibur page, but it was Leonardi.
Yeah, it was just in Heritage a couple weeks ago or a month ago, that page. So in and out.
That's how it goes. Churn.
Can't live without Alan Davis.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah, New Mutants Annual 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. That was fun one. What else is here? Oh.
You don't sit on your hands too long in this hobby.
No, not at all. This one came from Anthony too. I think he had it on one of his shows, and then I made a deal after. It's J.H. Williams.
Mm-hmm.
It's an X-Man title page. Sorry, they're all in bags, so we're getting glares off the. This was a comic link, Wayne. I do dabble in auctions. Bernard Chang from Children of the Atom 1. But it's funny because Aranga and I were talking about, I really wanted to get a piece with Maggot from the X-Men on it. Mm-hmm. And then I saw this sitting in Comic Link a little too cheap. And now it's here. That's fate.
I think
we're almost done here, Bill. almost not. Oh, this one you'll like. Larry hates it, but I love it. So I know you had featured Jonas Scharf, a piece that I had a couple weeks ago. Well, I was able to pick this cover up that he just did. It's a Wolverine variant. They were doing vampire variants or something to that effect, and it's actually an homage,
right?
Yeah, it's an homage to Tomb of Dracula 26 or something. And I love his work. I thought this was just a great piece, and I didn't have a cover from him. And I'll tell you right now, he is so reasonable compared to what some people are charging. Go get something now before more people notice him. And this came from CAF Live. I think this was one of the best deals I saw. Can you see? I can't see.
Yeah, lower it a little bit here. I'll go full screen so I can get a better look at it.
Bagley Ultimate Spider-Man, but it's all X-Men on it. DPS.
Well, that's pretty nice.
And it was
buy that. Like, was that in your want list, or did you stumble across that one?
That was a want list hit right away, and it was only $450. I mean,
that's
Bagley DPS. Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. So I love. I was kind of defending CAF Live a little bit. People were on the same old art and overpriced and all these things, and I kind of had to go to bat with it because I think what you guys do with that continues to be one of the best things out there from an art collector standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're always going to see some of the same old stuff. You can't get certain collectors to stop bringing the same 10 pieces they can't sell every time. They're going to keep trying, even if they don't change the price, even if they raise the price show after show, right? But I saw a lot of new art in this last one. I felt like, I mean, I'm not going to say, it was 70% new art, but it certainly felt like 50% new art, things that I hadn't seen before. So I'll take that. I mean, and like I said numerous times leading up to it, I'd rather see 3,000 pieces of new art in the show than 6,500 pieces where half of it's same old stuff, coming back. But at the end of the day, you can't force people to do what you would like them to do. You can only try to guide them a little bit. But no, I mean, Maureen bought more stuff this time around than I did. I was on a budget this time. I did buy 6 mystery sketches leading into the show, and I'm still kind of recovering from buying that 8-ball page from the last time too. Just even though it wasn't a lot of money, I haven't rebounded yet to be able to make any major purchases. But I'm glad you were sticking up for it. I mean, everybody, what do they get? 9 shows in, it is what it is, right? I think I don't know. I've got you on the big screen here, but even us out. I think that it's tough because I think the keyword alert definitely helps everybody know what their game plan is or isn't. By the time they come in there. In the old days, before you had that, you had to spend 2 or 3 hours plowing through the show where your enthusiasm was high while you're going through all your keywords. Now we've streamlined it for you. We've almost made it too easy for you to at least give a first pass. So it is what it is. We just have to find more ways to bring in new sellers and encourage more artists to be a part of the show. And I think there's a lot of ways we can continue to make CA Live be relevant for the next 10 shows, right? I mean, it is what it is. Like you said, you only get to do these things twice a year. And what else in the hobby do we have? I mean, we got OAX now, a couple other good shows that are out there as well. But as far as a focused weekend for buying and selling and trading and commiserating and debating the merits of pricing from with collectors, I mean, I think there's a great service that we provide in many ways for the hobby with that.
100%. A couple things, Bill. First, I saw Bernard Chang is in the chat, so you might want to recruit him. Bernard, that piece was in auction. That's why it was too cheap, because I actually paid more for the page I got directly from you. So it wasn't you that was charging too little. It was the auction results. And the second thing, I think, and I had this conversation with a couple of collectors, you have made it really easy with the keywords, but people are getting too reliant on it because you're relying on someone else thinking the same way to trigger your keyword, right? So not everybody's going to put X-Men in the description, even though they're on the page, because it's a Spider-Man page or, whatever it may be. So, there is some digging that people should be doing even around the keywords.
Right. You got to work a little bit for it. It's not perfect. But then when it's not perfect, then people will complain about that too. But so it is what it is. I don't care. We're all, we're having fun with it, and we'll continue to have fun with it. But I can tell you right now that Tatiana is in the green room, and I know she's got a busy evening ahead of her. So let's bring her in. We can talk about Mystery Sketch with her. Hey, Tatiana.
Hey guys.
How are you?
Thanks for having me. Thanks for squeezing me in. I'm doing okay. It's been a busy week. My cat started radiation treatment yesterday, so it's 10 weekdays in a row, driving 2 hours each way. So
wow.
Yeah.
And you've just started doing this business full time, so that adds just another layer of a complex relationship with work and life. And
yeah, so it's really good stuff. Going full time has been really fantastic. I have one new artist I'm going to be announcing in a minute here when I go through the sketches. And then I will have some other new artists coming up. And I'm excited to be adding more illustrators to my stable as well, which will be great. Yeah. So it's really, really good. And on the front with the cat, I'm just really glad that we have a treatment plan for her, and that we're able to do that. And so that's worth it. The repping's worth it. It's it's all worth it. It's just sometimes you get busier than other times, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is so true. But we're here for you, Tatiana. I'm glad you're doing it, and you've always been very supportive of what we've done, and you and I have worked together for so many years. Anything that I can do to help out with, now that you're full time, in this whole thing, I'm here to help. I want to make sure that this works well for you. And again, you've supported Mystery Sketch.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll chat really soon and see. I have a lot of ideas and things brewing, and we'll chat really soon about it. I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff coming. I'm sharing things here and there with the collectors as I'm able to, but it's going to be great. So everybody definitely keep your eyes open.
Got it. Everybody's pulling for the fur ball too. But how about I'll pull up the images that I downloaded earlier today, and I think they're all in alphabetical order. So
all right.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, speaking of that new artist announcement, so I'm really excited to share that I am going to be repping artist Ben Herrera. Those of us who grew up 90s superhero comics, Ben has worked for Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Malibu. I mean, in the 90s, he was, working with everyone. Mm-hmm. He's worked on titles like Wolverine, Deadpool. The book I really remember him from when I was a kid was the X-Men Adventures book. I used to pick that one up, and it was one of the ones that was easier for me to get, and I always really enjoyed that one. So he, like a lot of artists, kind of went away from being in comics for a while. He's coming back in, and so Bill had added to our mystery sketches another layer of mystery, that we had a special guest doing a few of the sketches. So this is going to be Ben's introduction to working with TD Art. We are going to be opening his commissions very soon, within the next week or so, and then I will have some pinups and other originals available from him. So so the first one that he did, this is the classic suit She-Hulk. So I love that, that more cartoony style. For any of those who you remember his work from the 90s, it's fun to see. It's not, a style we see too often anymore.
Exactly. Jason, do you have a page by Ben?
I'm not sure. I was actually just thinking that. I had a X-Men Adventures page sitting over here to see if it was his, but it's a Wildman. It's not a Herrera. I'd have to look. But I do remember him well. Does he still have any of the old art?
I don't think so. But we're still working through everything. I don't think he does. So, and he actually lives in Greece now, which was surprising to me. But hey, I work with other artists in that part of the world, so it doesn't seem so far away anymore. Bill, this is one of yours.
Oh, very nice.
So it's the Nightwing with a confident smirk.
That's for Gwen. She's going to be very happy.
Yay. So
Nice.
I love this one. He just did I gave him this one because with his background, I knew he'd get that face just right.
Exactly. I don't know if Gwen's watching tonight, but she'll be very happy to get that. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think I was wondering if any of mine were going to get revealed this evening. There we go. That's good. Let's see here. What's the next one? Oh, that's right. Nice Wolvie here.
Yeah, and then a great just Wolverine. This just brings me right back to the 90s, the way he does this. I absolutely love it. I love the way he draws Wolverine. He does kind of the small ears. And he's got that, the body shape that he's really supposed to have. And so I really appreciate that. I don't want to get in any sort of argument with Jason about if the claws are straight or not straight.
They don't go like this. If they're not going like this, we're fine.
Yeah. So I think this piece, he did such a good job with capturing that action, even though even though there's nothing else on the page, that that he's really in a full action shot here. You could imagine he's getting ready to, jump on a sentinel head, and dig his claws in, or any other number of cool things. So yeah, I really like where he went with the 3 sketches. They're all really different.
Yeah, he could be getting ready to decapitate Cyclops. I think at least that's what Marcus is thinking. All right,
Absolutely.
Now we have several by Mr. Levy here. Tell us about this one?
Yeah, so I had to take notes on all of his. So for those of you who have gotten commissions from Near before, you know that he really likes to think outside the box and do things, do things a little bit beyond what you would normally expect. And actually 2 of the commissions of his got extra lucky because he had time and decided to color them. And that is certainly not something that we would normally offer. So 2 people get a bonus. So this is Black Widow. And she is drawn as the legendary Russian gymnast Larisa Latinina. I think that's how you say her last name. So Near likes to reference things that are outside of comics and blend them in. And so you'll get a lot of these reference points. And I never know what he's going to do. It's really always cool to see what he comes up with.
So it's a mystery of the mystery sketch.
Exactly.
See, Near is a mystery sketcher. I mean, at heart, right? I mean, I think he always has been from the first time that he did a mystery sketch, and I'm sure in a lot of the commissions that I've seen, he always kind of takes a different perspective on the characters that you get. I saw Bad Kid Voodoo said, "Can't wait to see for their Near Batman Catwoman commission." So
yeah, that will be coming soon. He's mailing all this stuff to me. I also wanted to just throw out there that I really appreciate a lot of the fans we have when people get commissions. Near does them quickly, but it takes a little while for them to get mailed over because he does live in Israel. So he waits, he kind of mails things to me in chunks because it would not make any sense for him to mail one piece at a time unless, people wanted to pay a ton of money for shipping. So I always appreciate people being patient, but he always does them very quickly. So it's nice to get that, people have that image to be able to look at. So this is Deathlock and is the Wrightson's Frankenstein tribute.
I see it.
Yeah, it's really cool because sometimes you go, what is that? And then when you're told, and the way he does the folds, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that's so uniquely him. That's not how you would normally do that, but it reads exactly the way it should.
It does. No, it's beautiful.
And for any of you who are not familiar with his work, he's got another book coming out this year, The Age of Canaan, which was just successfully funded through crowdfunding. He has a story coming out in a new issue. I'm forgetting what it is. It's another one of those episodic issues, and I'll share that on my socials. And then, of course, he will be a guest at OAX next year, which I'm, glad to finally be able to say that out loud. So we're really, really excited. He's going to be coming over. And it'll be, if any of you who haven't seen his work in person, you know, we can see some of the details here, but he has that kind of work where you just want to look at that page and stare and see all those details. And you know, you can ask him some questions and pick his brain and find out about his process and how he does things. So this was a request for any member of the League of Superheroes. So this is Lightning Lad as an electrician, which I thought was pretty cool. And I actually really like in his pants, like it almost looks like filaments in a light bulb.
Yeah, it does.
So he really brought all of those pieces in. So even though it's like, oh, he's an electrician, there's way more there that he brings into the piece.
Yes, Legion of Superheroes. That's right. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Sorry. Yeah, Legion. It's been a long day. I appreciate the correction.
Very nice. Well, whoever receives this one is going to, they're going to have a lot to think about, and they should be very happy to be getting something from the air.
Yeah. Thank you for using this in the email for today. This one is really cool. So this is Magic, and she is done in the style of a Slavic warrior.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love like just even the detail in the grass, like how you really get depth from the way he draws that. And then the negatives, like in the sword, it really gives you that feel like that's, even though things look a little bit different, that's Ileana's sword.
Yeah. No, this thing it's beautiful. I was hoping for bigger scans, Tatiana. I know, yeah, because I want to see all the detail, especially in the spots where he lays in the blacks and then puts in the little filigree. You know.
I can put up high res. I just downsized them to make it a little bit easier for the show. But I can definitely send you high res. But yeah, you don't notice all the detail in the fur pieces until you zoom in. And you go, oh, that's how he does it, and he just is so good at getting your mind to read it the way he wants you to, even though nobody else would draw it that way, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, no, I like this one. That's why I had a feature in the mailing.
I also wanted to mention, I know that with the mystery sketches this time around, there was a couple bonus items, and Bill and I will talk about it more in detail, but we can definitely do something like that for the next mystery sketch. Maybe someone will get like a free upgrade to a full size or other things like that. But I loved that idea, and we're definitely on board to support that as well.
Cool. Yeah, I did. I mentioned it to Kazra too. Yeah, but that was something we just started debating late, and but now we'll be thinking about it all the way going into the November show. So we have a lot.
I love doing bonuses and freebies and fun prizes and stuff for TD art buyers all the time, and I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. Like, happy to be part of that. So this was an interesting request for Scooby-Doo, and so he just is a fighting dog. So he's got that. Even the way he does the drool, like zoom into the drool.
Zoom into the drool. I have not been asked to do that before. Here we go.
Like, look at the way he draws the drool, like coming out of the like. That's not how you would draw that, but it reads correctly, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, that's not the way you draw an ear either, but it works just fine. I love it. And
it's just really cool when you look at like a lot, like it's just one long line. Like that ear is essentially two lines, right? The outside and then the inside. Those like just two lines. And then the little loop-de-loo. It's really cool. And then the eyes. I mean, I don't know how you got soul in those eyes, but he really did. It's really neat.
Rick Welch, Jinkies, it's a mystery sketch. Yes, it is.
Why can't I highlight quotes anymore, Bill? What'd you do to my access here?
Oh, well, you're not an admin now. I'm sorry. Remember, you were an admin when you needed to manage that show. It expires after.
On my way in, I was still an admin. You must have done something.
No, it expires after 30 days. So it's been a while. If I would have known you wanted to highlight stuff, I would have. I would have let you become an admin before we got in here. But sorry.
That's okay. This is cool.
Yeah, so this is Vampire Batman, right? So of those of you who are I was always a Vampire Batman fan, a big Kelly Jones fan, and so the request was just like a Vampire Batman. So this is Batman vampire with reference to one of the earliest illustrations of vampires, The Vampire, 1897 by Philip Burne-Jones. So like sometimes he just goes deep. He just gotta, go in there and go history of vampires, and it's just really cool. And then this is one of those pieces, like at face value, it looks straightforward, but yeah, look at that. That's not just squiggles in there.
He's got plenty of different symbols in there. Lots of Batmans, lots of bats. There's probably some candy corn even in here somewhere, but
just like fangs. So for any of you who get to look at his work up close, you look at all that stuff. Like the detail is ridiculous. Like it's never just like a simple, rendering. So yeah, that one was really cool. It was the first one he finished, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I would never have thought to have done that.
Well, I can't wait to see who got that one, because I never pay attention to who gets what or what they ask for. I always know what Jason asked for, so that's a given. But everyone else, no, I have no idea. So what do we got here? We have a Ziggy Stardust. This must be the other piece he had time to do some color work with.
Yep. So I believe this is the last one, Ziggy Stardust as Martian Manhunter. So it was a non-comic request, and then he comboed that with comics.
Dang.
So
that came out very nice.
And then again, stuff that looks simple, like the underside of the cape or the shoe. And then you zoom in and you go, oh, that's not simple. There's a bunch of stuff going on there. So yeah, the people who are getting the color ones are really lucky. We don't even offer commissions with color yet. So at some point, hopefully we will. But his color palette's pretty unique and very cool. And he was just like, oh, I just had time to color these, so I just did. Okay. So he just colored the two he felt like coloring. So that's one of the things that's nice about commissions and stuff. Sometimes you get that extra bonus you weren't expecting, right?
Yeah, quite true. Well, when we start talking about OAX, maybe there will be a few color options in there if he does any pre-con stuff or things that he can do at the show, because people will be very interested in that.
Absolutely. We will 100% be taking pre-cons for the show. And I'll talk with him about if we want to offer any other tiers or other things. But he's more than happy to do those.
Awesome. Well, speaking of OAX, I think the next couple were from Ryan, right?
Yes. Yep. So we have Ryan has more that he's working on, but he has a couple that are done. This is the anti-venom. I just love that close-up claw shot. That's so cool.
Yeah, Ryan was pretty popular at OAX. I think everybody loved the work that he was showing off leading up to the show, and we were happy to have him.
Yeah, I was floored by mine. You know that.
Once people saw your commission, they were like, "What? How can I sign up? I want one too." So Ryan has started offering some colors and stuff on commissions and has been doing great work. So he, works in a variety: black and white, grayscale, or color, and so it's been nice with the mystery sketches because he does different things. So he's done color busts, and then he's done like half figures, and so doing full figures, and so he kind of mixes it up. And then and then this one's different. So this is was specifically Mohawk Storm. I just love that like light featheriness that he got in her hair.
It's that Art Adams Mohawk look.
Yep.
Like that's how he does it. It's awesome.
Yep. And then of course, we got the awesome throwback Morlocks costume. So that's one of my favorite. I've always loved Storm. She's one of my favorite X-Men mini. People know that. If you look at my calf, I don't get too many character commissions, but I have some Storm pieces, and I've always loved that storyline. That one's always held a special place in my heart. It's a huge storyline for her character, working through her fears and other things like that. So. And so he has some other ones. This is just a couple that he's finished so far, and he's got a pretty cool list, and there are a lot more to come. We have other artists who are working on their pieces right now, and I can't wait to share them when they're all done.
Exactly. So you'll just be shipping them out as you get them in, and
Yeah, and I always let people know. Everyone always gets an email from me. I try to send people a high-res scan. If I forget to, remind me, and I'm happy to do that. Not everyone has a scanner or And, if I already have a scan, then even if they have a scanner, why should they have to scan it all over again? So, but I always send that out so you'll know. You're not going to get a surprise of, the sketch just randomly shows up. So,
Exactly.
And all my artists should be done by around the 10th or so of June. So I try to give people about a month. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing more of those. And what we need to do is we need to give everybody a little tip in that you send out with the mystery sketch that reminds everybody to post their mystery sketch to CAF after they get it. Yes, in November.
Bill, send me an email with what the thing, and I can print it out and put it in there. That's easy for me. That's real easy.
Yeah. We'll definitely, because I think a lot of people get those and then they're like, because they don't have the tie to the show or the tie to you, and because they don't know who it's coming from and they get it from you. So if we put something in there that ties it back to the show, just that, as a, whether we print it or you print it, I think that would make a lot of sense. Never thought of that before.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. But yeah, I'd be happy to just print them out. Or if you want to do something like official on cardstock and mail them to me, I can, whatever works. Just let me know.
Okay, I will. Well, I know you got some auctions that are closing that you need to tackle.
Yes, I have 2 auctions ending in the MTG art market, and I need to get in there because they're live. I have a bunch of messages. I got to jump back in there. So thanks for squeezing me in. Nice to see all of you.
Congratulations on expanding, Tatiana.
All right, thanks so much.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. No, great pieces there, and we're gonna swing right over into Mr. Marquet, who is in the green room with his Texas Rangers shirt on. How's Texas doing this year, Mark?
They are taking a beating. Unfortunately, they're not doing well. Thankfully, the Mavericks are doing better, and unfortunately, right now the Stars are down 0-2 against Edmonton, which I'm watching in the other room. Was watching prior to now, so I was like waiting for your message, seeing if you're gonna get me, and then I was like, okay, I better just jump in the room.
Yeah. I just gave everybody time slots, so so we got a lot of stuff to look at, but but I'm glad you're supporting your team, even if they're not doing well this year. The Indians are doing really well, or the Guardians, or whatever you want to call them. But let's see here. We have a lot of pieces to look at.
Yeah, we do, and this is the biggest number of artists that have participated in Comic Art Live mystery sketches. In the past, maybe 6 to 8 of my guys, and I think we had 16 this time. So
we did. Yeah,
I went ahead. Yeah,
good sales were up. We did really. I felt really good about the way everything turned out. We had a lot. I think we ended up having like 62 or 3 artists participate too, all told. From the reps or the independents. I mean, we had a couple come in at the last minute, so things worked out really well. I mean, on average, every artist got 3, but I think we were pushing even closer to 4 in some cases. So that's good. I think we were really happy with how things turned out this time around, and I think. With the pieces that we're going to show off from you and the stuff we've already shown off, people are going to realize why this is definitely something they should get into, especially with our 10th show coming up in November.
Once you see, you might have already seen some of these pieces when I emailed them to you. I don't know, but I was blown away by some of this stuff. Some of my guys I've worked with on mystery sketches before, and they consistently do great work. Some of my people who are new to the mystery sketch, like they just went all in on it. You've got lots of full color this time, whereas maybe 1 or 2, 3 of my guys did full color before. You're going to see a lot of that, a lot of backgrounds. Just some pieces that I was like, I love a good deal for collectors, but some of this stuff is like paying $200 for is a home run for collectors. So hopefully they will pass the word, and
exactly
we'll have a lot more sign-ups.
That's the way we look at it, right? This is the opportunity. How often do you get to do a sketch at a con that's going to get seen by 1,000 people, and then go on to CAF and get seen by the same number of people over the next month or something like that? So this works out well for all of us. You know, the show benefits from it. The artists benefit from it, and yeah, I'm really happy. It's it's become just it's something that we expect and look forward to every show. So yeah, so I'm just going to dive into the ones that I know you don't have in hand yet, if that's okay. Or did you want to do the ones we have?
Give me one sec. I jumped right in. I didn't even say, "Hey, Jason, how's it going, sir?"
How you doing?
I'm used to Bill and I just jumping in and going head to head and talking shit to each other and business as usual. And now we got to, playfully. And now, you're joining us. So sorry, I didn't mean to exclude you there. And welcome to the fun.
No worries.
Still at an angle. I just want to tell you that, Mark, just so I can get that.
Yeah, I know. It's it is what it is, and you're going to be cutting in and out again. I'm still having headset problems, but one of these days I'll have free time to get everything worked out. But so if you want me to jump in here, so Andy Lanning is probably most known for inking and also writing, but he took on some mystery sketches, and you'll see he is a very skilled illustrator as well. So Captain America, you might know who that is for, but yeah.
Other people that ask for a cap other than Alberto, he's not the only one.
True.
He's just the main one.
Yeah, true. And that might not even be his, but I know I got him a couple times around this time for sure. So, and this Dr. Fate, like you get, backgrounds of the symbol. Like this is a great piece. Really nice by Andy. I love all the detail that he put into it. I think this was actually a choose your favorite DC character was the message coming to us, and so Andy chose Dr. Fate. So very cool. And Phantom. So also nice detail and some background. So really nice work by Andy.
Yes, indeed. Where is Gwen? Jason asks. Well, she's not going to be tuning in tonight, unfortunately. Then this is by Brian.
So we moved over to Brian T's, which Brian, I believe he's done at least one, if not a couple, mystery with us before. Obviously, done multiple Comic Art Lives with us. But this is, as you can see, a fun Catwoman piece. He ties a lot of his anime influences into his style these days, as you can see.
Yeah, well, we've had Brian on, and didn't we do an interview with him?
Right, yeah, we did. Yep. And then this piece made me laugh. I didn't know if it was tied to the meme that we always see or just coincidental, but I thought it was cute. Corto Maltese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that came out really nice.
Yeah.
Meme or no meme.
Right. And then Red Sonja. Yep. And very nice, detail.
I'd take that one. That's pretty good, man.
Who is this, Mark?
Brian Thies, Thies. He came in working as an inker initially, worked for Michael Lark on Winter Soldier, and then did Star Wars Legacy, moved over to Dark Horse and did Aliens, Predator, Aliens vs. Predator. He's working on a creator-owned project that's coming out soon called Sanvian. That's a kind of a sci-fi book that the artwork looks great. It looks very similar to kind of this style, but sci-fi and motorcycle related. So, but yeah, I thought this was really nice. Very, it's got cute, but also, kind of a mixture of styles, right?
I like it. Like I say, I'll take it if the buyer doesn't want it. if they want a refund, just ask me for $200. I'll send it your way.
Bill, we got to show Nick. Maybe we'll get our first mystery sketch cover, variant cover.
That's a good idea. All right, I like that. But then that would just make that piece even more valuable.
Yeah, true.
Another reason to sign up, right?
That would be pretty cool if we could make something like that happen. I'll talk to Nick. Yeah, you never know.
And then you go from that style to a little bit different with Rorschach, but very cool details in the coat and the folds. Really like this piece too. Brian's pretty versatile, and yes, I thought he did a great job with Rorschach.
There you go. And I see Gabe's getting that one. He's not giving up. And just like Tatiana, you send out scans to people early as well. When you have it, you can match it up with the buyer.
Yeah, so I try my very best. This time was, hold on now, you're jumping ahead of me, brother.
Well, I gotta jump ahead. We got a lot of art to look at, but yes, I hear you.
With more than 40 pieces this time, and hitting me the time that it did. Yeah. I think I sent out like 2/3 of the scan so far. I try to get everything out by the time I have the pieces in hand. And right now I probably have, 40% of the pieces in hand. I have a lot still coming, but every day, I'm getting shipments at my store. So we should have them within the next couple of weeks, I would say. So this is Bridget Connell, who these pieces blew me away. I've never had Bridget do commissions with me before. She has worked with Mignola on BPRD related characters. And so this was obviously General Grievous, and you're getting an amazing amount of detail and action. Really enjoyed it. You've got, I guess, maybe some faint colors there with the sword colors, but I mean lightsaber colors, but yeah, I love this piece. I would keep this one as well. And then also full color, like I didn't know she worked in color, to be honest with you. And I thought this was pretty amazing. Love the flow to the carrot being cut, and yeah, just the expression, and a really nice piece.
That is great. That really is awesome.
That could be a cover, really. I mean,
yeah.
Damien Cucero, sorry. He's one of my Argentinian guys. We've done Comic Art Live together and mystery sketch multiple times. So this is a cute poison ivy. Nice detail on the tree, and yeah, I thought that was
it's very nice.
Very nice piece by him.
Little Tim Salish in there, and his approach.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, and then here's another one by Damien. Nice Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yep. So I like his layouts. It's a fun piece. Staring at the spider.
How can somebody complain about a $200 that sketch for $200? It's just amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, Damien, he's worked with Marvel for years now. He just finished the Groot miniseries. I know he's doing some more stuff with them, but I'm not sure at the moment. But yeah, Damien worked on TMNT and Iron Fist, a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, his pieces are great. And so this was the character wanted kind of a couple of different movies. He was okay with, kind of merging, the look from a couple of different movies and what happened with the, lightning striking his axe and his body. So I thought this was.
It was one of the more wordy requests I think we got, but I think they got it. They did a very good job on this one, Damien.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep. Not my request, everybody, but again, I would take this one if the buyer didn't want it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was. So he had done New Mutants before, but his Warlock in the book wasn't this detailed, to be honest with you, from what I remember. Like, this was fantastic. I love the character personally myself, and so I was like, wow, I was really blown away by this one. Yeah, I would buy this for more than $200. So I thought this was great, and look at the shadow too.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's amazing. I love this one. Warlocks never look so good. It's great.
Warlock is either hit or miss, and this is definitely a hit.
Exactly.
And Emiliano Ornola, another Argentinian artist of mine, and this is a Black Widow piece, obviously. And Emiliano's participated in the mystery sketch event now several times. So, sometimes he throws in color, sometimes he does black and white. We might have a mixture, or might all be black and white this time. I honestly can't remember.
Yes. Yeah. That's nice.
But always adding, nice little background behind her. So, always get your money's worth, get some extra to it rather than.
This was artist is
Emiliano Ornola. Yeah.
Okay. And number one Marvel fan said mine. I don't know which one was it. Was it this one or was it the prior one? But then here's another one from Emiliano. A nice magic.
Yep. Yeah, I actually had several customers asking for magic, so it's not just one collector. Obviously, a popular character and some different variations of the character requested. Not just magic, but this is what was it? Dark
Child.
Dark Child. Yeah. Thanks, Jason.
Sorry, I was giving just a shout out to Tom. Tom said his was the Warlock, number one Marvel fan.
Okay.
Good job, man. No, that's
all right.
You got a good one. As is this one. And there are, like you just said, of the people requesting magic, it's not like one person. There's like 10 different people. There were a lot of magic requests. I think if we had to pick a number one character this time around, it actually probably beat out Captain America for the number of requests.
There was a lot of Red Sonys too, believe it or not.
Yep. There, and this is another one from Emiliano, right?
Yep. And man, you're gonna have to help me. I'd have to go back to my list, but obviously this was
Ninja Gaiden, sort of game.
Yeah.
Wasn't this Khalil's?
I think this was Khalil's when Khalil got the upgrade.
I've already shown it. Yeah, to Khalil.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the '90s video game.
Yep.
Character.
Gaiden, says James Siegel.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden. Sorry. Gaiden. Now we got it. But very nice again. And then another one by Emiliano. Look at that. That's pretty nice too. Oh, no.
Yeah, and they wanted the classic costume. Storm was a request, so I thought that was pretty cool. Moving along to Francisco Peranzini. Francisco has also participated in. You'll have to excuse these are pictures. I haven't physically got Francisco, so I went with the pictures that he sent me to show the customer what they look like. So no scans on him yet, but once they roll in, I'll try to do scans. But so Cyborg, Superman, and I think Francisco did color on all 4 of his pieces this time. So we have Last Ronin.
That came out nice too.
Yeah. And Rogue.
Oh, Spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that one color corrected. I bet that thing pops.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. I was like, oh man, you got to draw. How many 6 arms?
Great character that people don't always pick, but they.
Yeah.
It's a good commission character.
Definitely.
So Herman Peralta, fan favorite. Obviously, Herman, I think, started maybe Comic Art Live 1 with us. Herman and I have been working together for several years now. He is Argentinian and kind of the den leader for a group of Argentinian guys. Herman, all my guys communicate pretty well in English, but Herman's English is probably at the top of a chunk of them, and so he kind of is den leader for those guys, and also was the first, and then brought a bunch of his friends in. So he's friends with Damien and Emiliano, and Francisco, a bunch of those guys. So Herman, obviously super popular. His watercolor work normally busts, but you're getting a full figure painted piece out of him for this, which is normally a lot more than $200, and always delivers. So very cool stuff. Gambit, yep.
That's a good one again. We've liked Herman's work since we first saw it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep. And Spider-Woman.
I like what he does with the simple background squares, but it just really sets the piece apart.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously you could choose just to go completely blank, but it does. It adds definitely something. Phil Noto kind of does that kind of thing as well. If you've seen some of his stuff, and it does. It really adds to the piece. And then Leo Sandler. He is another Argentinian, and I can't remember if all of his are color this time, but he has shifted and started doing more and more color stuff. So that's fun. Obviously, you're getting the cards thrown at you. So
yeah, I got a Leo from you a couple of casts ago, and I was just blown away by it.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Which character was that?
Goblin Queen.
Okay, awesome.
Another one from Leo.
Yep. Nice. Princess Leia. And Shadow from Leo. So
I think whoever the Shadow fan is out there will enjoy that one.
Yeah, I think I got multiple Shadow customers.
Oh yeah, no, I think
I think I know who it could be, but I actually got more than one. Mike is potentially one of those. Can't pronounce his last name, but okay. Moving along. I thought this was a lot of fun. Spider Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the just enough background to make it really fun to pop. I thought that was cool the way he did that.
Josh was another shadow request. I think there was at least 4 or 5 shadows in our 260 plus sales this time around. So yeah, a popular character.
So this is Maxim Simic. So I've worked with Maxim. He's a Croatian artist that I have sold pages for, but never done commissions. And his style is fun, kind of old school in some ways, but new school as well. So this is the original, the cat from
Black Cat.
Is it Black Cat from
Archie? Black Cat, yeah, like from back when the Elias. Yeah.
So
I've always wanted to get a page from the original run, but yeah, no, very, very recognizable costume on that first run. So
and her motorcycle,
yeah.
And then a cat piece as well, which this is cute. I don't know if that's a white flag or like a vagabond bag. I can't really tell, but
we'll have to ask Maxim for a description. There's got to be a story behind that one, right?
But I thought that was cute.
And then he had, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Judge.
So it was his choice of judges.
Oh, that's right. Somebody did ask for that.
Yeah. So can't remember if that was. I'm obviously familiar with Judge Dredd, but I never really read a whole lot, and I don't know all the judges. So if you guys know the judges, jump in and
I think it says Judge
educate me.
Fear
Okay.
in the, I think in the list.
But a fun piece, I really like that. And then this is King Thor from the Jason Aaron run.
Mm-hmm. Now, after Maxim, we have some stuff from Moratat, who we got to meet not too long ago on the channel. All his pieces are in color. Look at that one.
Yep, that was. Yeah, his color stuff's amazing, and yeah, he always blows me away. Love his little background, just really pops. I've always been a Kitty fan as well, so this is cool. I just real fast, you saw that I put "not safe for work" on the one piece. So,
yeah, I know. We'll show it. We're all adults.
Yeah, I just wanted to preface to give everyone a warning. So
I saw the file name before I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, that's all right. But look, this is like $6-figure, $200 commission, everybody. I'm just saying that they might not be full figures, but there's 6 figures in this one.
Yeah.
And then this one, this is nice.
Yeah.
I think the owner of this one found out about it and put it even on CAF. It's the first mystery sketch from the show posted to CAF.
Yeah, he was super excited. Yep. Yeah.
And then here was the not safe for work one. So if you're a Bunny Girl fan, you hit the jackpot, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know that there's more than one Bunny Girl collector, but maybe there is. But I'm sure, regardless of what your theme is, if you like attractive women, you might like this one. So
yeah, I think Moratat gave this one a little bit more attention than a few of the others, but still fantastic. You don't need 6 characters on this one; just one is enough. And then another one by him. Man, I love his colors. Look at this.
Yes. And I love this piece. Like, I love the action, and it's super cute. It's from Body Bags. It's she's Panda is her name. I remember the book, but I don't remember reading it. I had, with so many pieces and a lot of characters that I'm not necessarily intimate with, I did a lot of research, and so I tried to provide my guys with reference and stuff to make sure they're getting it right. I thought this was really, really cool. I really like this piece a lot, even though I'm not super into the character necessarily, but it's just a nice piece.
No, we see that and you think what he would do with the character that you would want from him, right? If you did a Mohawk Storm, I think he'd do a pretty good job. A Rogue, so. But that's what this is all about. You see their ability, and then you take it and you kind of think about what they might be able to do for you. So yeah, I love it.
Mark, what kind of colors? What is he working with there in those color pieces?
We're talking about Moratat. So it's some watercolor, some colored pencil. I'm not entirely sure if there's anything else other than that. Might be. But I know some of it's watercolor and pencils. You can see colored pencils there for sure. But yeah, it's just consistently does nice color work, and he's such a steal right now. I'm gonna have to bump his rate up soon. I mean, this is crazy how much.
Bring him back for the November mystery sketch again, and you can bump his rate up all you want.
Maybe he's been taking care of his mom. His mom is unfortunately health-wise not doing great, so I don't know that he's able to do shows, but he is definitely somebody that I would want to bring into OAX if we can work it out. It's just a matter of whether he can get away. Justin is who Moratat. That's his actual name. Moratat's his handle. And Justin's a lot of fun as well. So yeah, I think you'd do well at OAX. So, moving along. So this is Nico Di Maria. He's also Argentinian and has done New York Comic Con with me a couple of times now. And I think he's participated in the mystery sketch at least once previously. But yeah, a great classic crow. So really nice work. Yeah, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of detail in this. You don't really catch when you're just looking at the overall piece, but no, fantastic. Hey, look at that. He's holding Thor's hammer. That's not fair.
Why is that not fair? He does it, right? So
I didn't cheer when he did that in the movie, but all right, this isn't too bad.
Hey, you wear cap, mask, and Thor mask, so
Yeah,
why you being salty?
They don't merge. They don't mix. I don't think I've done a cap holding Thor's hammer yet, or maybe I have. I don't
Well,
want.
maybe
I should.
behind the curve, yeah.
But
I mean, look at that armor, right? Look at the detail work on that. Like, just really,
yeah,
nice work.
It's fantastic.
And so this is Body Bags, which is this is what's his name? Shoot, another Body Bags character, same customer, obviously different character, I believe. Clown Face, I think his name is.
Yeah, Murdoch said no clown face earlier, but now we have clown face. Yes, we do, with an exclamation point. There you go.
Yeah, so
very, very nice. And Judge Mortis on this one. So very another one very cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love like the fine line work on this piece. This is great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And then another King Thor.
Yep. And like the detail on the armor, like Nico consistently delivers really nice work, whether it be color or black and white.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, now these were the ones that you didn't have in hand. I think we have a small set of ones that you do have in hand. Is that true?
Right. Yep. And let's see, you should have scans for these. So
I did, but I purposely didn't look at them because you told me not to.
Well,
one of them's mine, and he was like, "Here, don't look at this email." Good thing you didn't put the image right at the top.
The name of the file is Bill Don't Open. So
well, I can't look at I opened the folder. I can't look at it yet. I can't like highlight an image until show mine first. Let's do that. Let's just get the mystery out of the way for me, and then I can actually do the presentation.
All right. That I wasn't starting with that artist, but I will move over.
All right, fine.
No, 1 second.
We can let this be your show. You call the shots.
Since when have you let me call the shots, Phil?
Maybe the first time at San Diego back in 2003, but since then, probably not too often.
So here we go. We'll move over to Maxi Dallo.
It was a Maxi Dallo piece here.
So you have been a fan of Maxi. Obviously, you got to meet him at OAX, and he consistently delivers great work and has been super popular with comic art fans, collectors, with his Spider-Man and other characters doing everyday things, so this isn't necessarily that, but it could fall under that classification. So this is your piece. You can click on the file. So you had asked for Wolverine with the
it said smoking
brown costume as smoking a cigar.
That is not what I was expecting, but that is freaking awesome.
And so
you're
getting a full background, and I pick up with drinking some beers. Looks like he had a bad day. So
Well, he got done kicking some A earlier, and now he's just having some beers. I love this. Shoot, yeah. You know, when you say you write down on your mystery sketch, it's like, yeah, I want Wolverine mask off, smoking a cigar. You know, you're not picturing the background or anything like that, or what you could potentially get. So when you get something like that, that's totally impressive. I'll have to thank Mr. Dallo if I ever get to see him again.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll see him again at OAX.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
had a great time and
good
and enjoyed coming. Wants to come again. So
thank you.
So I don't know if you can show off the scan of that piece if you want.
Yeah, I should probably. Yeah. I gotta others can admire it as well. But so you don't have as many in hand, but here, let me do this in here.
Well, it's funny. Literally, right now, it's like I own a comic shop, which you know, Bill, and I'm getting shipments every day. Like I got a shipment today. I work from the house on Thursdays, but got a shipment today. I'll get a shipment pretty much every day for a while since there's 16 different artists. But yeah, so you can see that all the detail and the nice ink work.
Yep, no, that's awesome.
And shading and stuff for you. So he takes care of everybody, but he wanted to make sure you were fully taken care of since you enjoyed OAX.
We got been fully taken care of.
Yeah.
Preferential treatment. That's what I hear there.
It's good to be the king.
It is.
I guess I didn't mean it like that, guys and gals. I really didn't. I was just thinking about I was thinking about Mel Brooks right there for a minute. All right, give me doesn't sound like Wendy's. No. Anyway, but he was a king too. All right. Wait.
Now, Bill's going to have to move his Thor cosplay to King Thor now. Apparently.
All right.
Right, Bill.
Now.
So we'll move on for Maxie's. This is a cool Phoenix piece. If you want
let's
to.
see here. I guess I probably got to get this right.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
See, we were on Paul Lee, and then you threw me a curveball. So we'll move back to Paul. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to. Yeah.
So you got these in hand. So these will be shipping now. That unless you have like a multiple for a person that are coming in, if you only have one for a buyer, these will be going out soon. So that's
probably next week. Yep.
Sweet. And then what was the other one from Maxie here? The Sandman.
Sandman.
Oh, wow.
And you can see you're getting backgrounds on all these pieces pretty much. Just wait till you see the Ghost Rider. You're getting a bike and a background. So, but yeah, you get the Sandman's bird. So just all the details, Maxie consistently delivers and really nice work.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay. If anybody who's a Ghost Rider fan that didn't ask for a mystery sketch could have gotten this one. Holy mackerel. See, I didn't get to look at any of these because I wasn't allowed to look at the folder, but this is sweet. Better than many of the Ghost Riders I've seen posted anywhere on Facebook or the socials in the last few weeks. This is fantastic. Holy, I'm not a Ghost Rider fan, but I'd buy this. What about you, Jason? Would you like one of these in your collection?
Yeah, I have exactly one Ghost Rider commission, and I would like to make that number 2.
Yeah. All right. No, this is
what
great.
What is your theme of characters again, Jason?
I'm an X-Men fan.
Okay.
I'm an X-Men fan. Commissions, it's usually Goblin Queen, Phoenix, Magic sometimes, but I'm not. I'm more of a published collector than a commission guy.
Gotcha.
All right, we're gonna swing over to.
Maybe we can change that.
We're gonna look at Juan. Juan is next. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look at some more art. What do we got here?
Okay,
so swashbuckling Nightcrawler.
So Juan Samu is a Spanish artist, and Juan has participated before as well. And I think we have 2 black and white, and then 2.
Right here, I'll do the black.
One full color and 1 partial color. So this is so the Bunny Girl commission theme, right? I think left it wide open to do whatever the artist wanted to do as long as she was a bunny girl. So he did, what's her name? God, my brain is just short circuited. Kate Bishop, yeah.
There we go.
Bishop was in my head. I was like, okay, right. So a fun piece, and I think that's kind of reminiscent to the Hawkeye cover that what's the name of the artist? David Aha, I think, did, but it was the male Hawkeye. Obviously substituted Kate Bishop instead. But yeah, cute piece.
Yeah, nicely done.
So
I'll swing to this one here. So what do we got? This is Knives. That's just from Scott Pilgrim, of course.
Yeah. Super cute piece. Nice touch of color. Really like the angle and just a fun piece.
And we get a Dark Phoenix.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So just one color, but yeah, it really works and adds to the piece. I like the motion and the work on her hair. Just a really good Phoenix piece. Not your normal pose where you're standing just looking at the camera, so it's nice work.
Yeah, it's tough to do something different with Phoenix. This is awesome.
Agreed.
And you skipped over the night.
Yeah. Like, what's that? I didn't catch what you said, Mark.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, going back to the Nightcrawler, obviously, that a little bit different. They wanted, Nightcrawler with sword, and I like Juan's, poses. Like, it's just not your normal poses, and the angles that he uses, and fun expression.
Nicely done.
It's got a little Ed McGuinness Nightcrawler there look to it.
Yeah.
And that's I think Tatiana might have mentioned earlier, but both she and I work with a lot of international artists, and so that is part of the reason why it takes usually more than a couple weeks to turn around stuff for Mystery, because it takes them at least a week in some cases to get it drawn, and then even if it didn't, sometimes it's going to take more than a week to get it shipped and to me from Argentina or Spain or other places. So now we're moving along. So Paul Lee, I've worked with Paul for years, but we've never done commissions before. Paul worked in comics for years, and then actually went over and had worked with Lego doing comic books and design work and stuff for Lego for years. So he's known for Lego commissions and also a lot of digital work, but can paint traditionally as well. This is a character from a novel series. Man, I don't have it in front of me, but
the file name says Locke Lamora, but
I think that was Locke Lamora, right? Yep. So I had never heard of the novel before, but really liked the piece. He's a member of a thieves guild, I believe, and just really good work from Paul. And then you guys will recognize this guy for sure. More Paul, the Jedi Knight, Luke, and then we've got more magic, and different costume of magic or different variation.
And then a red Sony again.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah. And then the last one, I think I provided, you guys have technically seen before, but I mailed the other ones out because Paulo turned them around really quick. But I have a Beast Paulos, and the original is floating around here somewhere. I think I provided you a scan of that as well. But
Jason's very observant, Jason.
What did Jason say?
Jason said thick. She was tough. You wouldn't want to run into her in a dark alley, right? Oh, the beast from the CA live show. Yeah, that thing's awesome, man. I'd take that. And I heard Paulo would like to come back to OAX if he can make that swing. We'll have to talk more about that.
Yeah, I don't know. His schedule's pretty crazy, but obviously, I would love that as well.
Sure. Alberto said that Red Sonja is his. So there you go. Cool. Alberto had the option Cap or Red Sonja, I think, this time around, so that he had a little bit of variety in the pieces coming back. Yes, Jiggy liked that one too. But hey, Jiggy's up next, and I know we're almost at the end of this. He's been in the green room for a little bit here. Let me bring Jiggy in. Hey, Jiggy, you like that?
Jiggy. Hey, Mark. Congratulations. I was enjoying the art show.
Awesome. Yeah, I was really blown away by, like I said, I hadn't worked with several of my people before on commissions. They just, for whatever reason, hadn't done commissions before and decided to join in this time when I put the word out. And yeah, just some really, really great stuff. So
a lot of collectors are going to be happy with those.
Definitely. I think by the end of time, we'll have seen about 100 of the mystery sketches that we sold this time around. So that's great. And I know several pieces have already been in the mail. I've gotten words from some of the artists. I'm going to be able to show a piece like Josh Cassara. He finished his piece and already put it in the mail. So I got a picture of that we can show later on tonight too. But yeah, no, this is great. Great pieces, Mark, all around. I mean, I think that's it's just fantastic to see new artists working with us, that haven't worked before, and then some of the artists coming back and then just doing even better pieces than they've done before. Yeah. I mean, that's just I couldn't be happier, and I'm sure the collectors are going to all feel the same way. All right. Well, then Mark, we're gonna segue over to Jiggy here, so we can look at his pieces.
He had his hands full like I did this time as well.
Yeah.
How many artists did you have participate, Jiggy, this time? How many?
I'm sorry, Mark.
How many of your guys participated this time?
19.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of work. It really is, but it's a lot of fun. It's like Christmas for me, opening up package after package.
Same. I have a bunch of stuff to show also that Bill hasn't seen yet. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, your guys consistently produce great stuff too. So
thank you. Some of them are watching now, and they enjoyed the art show from your team as well.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, have fun, Jason. It's been fun having you in this as well. Bill, see you, King Bill. Take care. Running the empire.
I'm gonna get a crown. I think that's the next thing I need. That's true. Wow. I'll have to work on that. Anyway, thank you, Mark. Obviously, I appreciate your support of this thing since we've been doing them. And again, this is I'm looking forward to doing the one in November as well. But keep the scans coming as you get them. If there's any more, I'll be happy to show them up for you. And Kazra screams out a thank you as well. We do. We all thank everybody.
Thanks to all the collectors for participating. Hope you guys enjoy the pieces, and I'll be getting them in your hands as soon as I can.
All right, Mark. See ya.
Right. Thanks, Mark. Guys. We'll see you.
All right. Hey, Jiggy.
Hey, I just wanted to say happy birthday. It's still 23rd. Happy birthday to Marcus Way.
Oh, that's true. I saw people saying that to him in the chat, then I forgot once the show started. It is Marcus's birthday tonight. I have no idea how old he is. He probably was lying in the chat. He's
probably 19.
Probably. He's not old enough to drink yet. But Marcus's birthday.
So before Jason teases me, I just wanted to say that I have your Goblin Queen with me. I'll be shipping it out. But the mysteries, your Goblin Queen was actually assigned to our team. So I'm getting it tomorrow from the artist. So it'll be a nice surprise for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Just ship it with the other. Send it to Bill.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it'll come into me, and I'll get to mail it out. But what do you have a scan of it that I don't have, Jiggy, or should it stay?
No, I'm getting it. There's a summer Comic Con here, Comic Con with a K. So it's our local convention. So
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Mannix and the other guys will be there. So I'm
Well,
getting
this
the
is the
Mannix
first
mystery
time
sketches. I'm sorry?
that I've done a mystery sketch that I haven't seen it before, whether it's on social media
No.
or
I told the artist not to post it.
Surprised.
But you will be happy with who. Do you want to know who got it? Can I say who Jason got?
Yeah.
You got Franny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you. That's awesome. Now
Which was
really
drafted before people say it's rigged. It was drafted by Franny. So congratulations to Jason.
awesome. Thank you.
How many did Franny do?
5.
5.
You've seen 3. So she's working on Jason's Goblin Queen and a Supergirl. So there were a couple of Supergirls out there. So if you requested for a Supergirl, fingers crossed that. See, here are the rigged from number 1 Marvel.
Of course. Yes, everybody's feeling that thing's rigged. No, well, it's good to be the king, isn't it, Jason? See, the little crown popped on Jason's head there for a minute. He said it too.
Now Lambo saying it's come on, Lamb.
Oh, relax, Lambo.
Oh man. All right. Well, let me get the screen shared here. Now the pieces we're showing tonight, I was hoping to have Gwen on because these were DHL'd to my house in Florida. You know, I'm in Ohio right now, and I was hoping to have Gwen on with me and we would open them up together. But the DHL is close to being delivered. I think it's going to be delivered tomorrow. So no Gwen tonight, but they know that since we're going to be debuting and previewing these things tonight, that when the package does arrive tomorrow, that they're going to start packing up and start shipping on Saturday and Monday. So the pieces that we're going to see tonight, they're going to be out in the mail by Monday morning at the latest. So let's see here. And we're starting off with something from Ellery.
This was sent from Japan because Ellery is still in Japan. There were a couple of Filipinos who came home already. So they were all, these were shipped already.
Okay.
This is the blonde phantom.
Got it.
Yeah.
I love
Ellery is working on some like toned paper for his mystery sketches. And Jason was teasing me, hey, Mark Hayes' team are all colored. Like, well, you want color? Here's some colored stuff, Jason.
Yeah, I don't know what again, I didn't really look at these to see, but most of these are color if I'm not mistaken. So
there's one in ink, like really inked very well. So
all right, I think you showed this on your phone, but man, this thing is awesome, Captain Carter. Just enough shield to make it fun, and then just enough character. Man, this thing is fantastic.
Not Alberto's.
It's
not.
No,
it's not. So I think next round Alberto should ask for like females from the Captain America verse.
There you go. He's got to mix it up a little bit, but yeah, this is beautiful. And again, I love the use of color. I love the fact that he kept everything gray tones on her face and hair, and then it makes everything else just stand out.
So Ellery was begging during the draft, please don't get this character. A popular anime now. This is Free Ren, and he really wanted it. Like, please don't get. And then John Amore was ahead of Ellery, and then John said, I want Free Ren. This is just kidding. John being John.
Of course, just to make Ellery sweat just a little bit. But that's turned out fantastic. Wow. Yeah, Ellery's somebody I would definitely consider commissioning. Like when my daughter when Emma was going to select somebody from your team, I gave her, I'm like, these are the 6 people I would go for. And she can't go wrong with any of them, right? But Ellery would have been was one of the ones that of the list that I gave her. I just think Ellery does a fantastic job. I love his approach to anatomy, and again, his coloring is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. So nice.
This is Stellar Blade from a video game. And there were some people here also in local conventions asking for this character. So she must be popular now.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I love the outline, the highlight.
Yeah,
Like,
so
yes.
yeah. No, Ellery does fantastic work. And he's great at growing things within his house, as we've seen. I follow him, on socials. He's a man of many talents. Then here's one of the
Franny, Dark Phoenix.
Very pretty.
Wow.
I love what Franny does with female faces. She's killing it.
Yeah. No, she's
Now
something
even more.
So that one is going to Comics for Sale.
That's the name of the
Comics with an X and 4 with the number 4. Yeah.
There were a lot of names that I didn't recognize in the buyers this time around. Just again, we added in so many new buyers that a lot of the names just did not look familiar. And I know there were some of these people who were non-CAF members, right? Because there were a couple names I went back to look up, and I was like, wow, they don't.
There were a couple of Dazzler requests also, but this one is going to Mr. Michael McIsaac.
Mr. McIsaac, lucky dog. See, look at that. Jason and Michael both got the oh boy, I can't believe it. You guys, look at this one then too. My goodness. We saw this one before, but it's still gorgeous.
I'm happy that the X-Men are appearing, so Jason's happy. Because with the mark, like, oh wow, that's an X-Men.
Yeah, there was a lot of things. I had no idea what was going on.
That turned out very well. Very, very well.
Corey, please upload your Vaughn commission. We'd appreciate it if you put it up on CAF. So this is the Bloodstorm Batman by Jim Jimenez.
That's nice.
Jim continues to do great work.
Pulling on the character a little bit there, Bill.
So I hope the Batman fans are happy with this one. It's a really creepy Batman when you Google it. I know the image. I just had to be sure that it was indeed Bloodstorm Batman. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at it. You would not get this at a con for $200. $200 is you might have full figure, no backgrounds. I mean, this is full, basically full figure, full color, edge to edge, and it's fantastic. Yeah, I love Jim's work. And another one by Jim. We have somebody who regularly requests the creature from the Black Lagoon.
So bonus, this one's 11 by 17. Jim really wanted to do a creature in 11 by 17.
Wow.
Congratulations, whoever got that.
Yeah. I mean, this could be the guy because Mannix did a creature once, I think.
I think that was the very first mystery sketch we did, Bill.
It was like a long time ago, but yeah.
Or maybe second. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Shoot.
Classic Green Goblin.
Fantastic.
Wow. You guys are killing it, Jig.
Thank you. I didn't expect this from I really like this one from Jim. He's been experimenting on layouts and techniques. And this one I really appreciated that he did. Coming out of the window, giving that 3D effect. It's cool.
And Bat Kid Voodoo says they were pleased. I'm going to assume that the Batman we were looking at was theirs. And this is a really nice one too. And then another one by Jim.
The request was Hulk Smash. So this is what Jim came up with.
He is he's doing that. Now, isn't that 9 by 12? The shape of this thing looks odd. Is that
9 by 12?
Yeah. Looks taller. Well, another great job. Fantastic. And again, look at this one.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Slicing and dicing.
11 by 17.
Oh my god.
How many ninjas at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ninjas? Or 6.5?
It's 8 because you have 2 pieces of one.
Yeah. And you get Lone Wolf and Cub. That's a 10-character commission right there, everybody, for $200. Holy mackerel. Well, say thank you to Jim for us, Jiggy. Yeah,
I will.
All fantastic. And another one from Jim. Jim was busy.
He
I know who
was.
this character is now.
Vigilante.
Wow.
I first found about Vigilante with watching Justice League Unlimited when I was younger. So who said cowboy like the shadow? Oh, Vigilante. Cool.
Yeah, well, composition on this thing is great. You know, just putting everything silhouette behind him, underneath him. I mean, that's fantastic.
So Jim is going to San Diego this year. So if you're interested with pre-commissions, I'll be sending out that email blast real soon.
Oh man, he really was busy. Is this number 7? Wait, Jim was very busy.
Jim was busy.
We had a lot of mystery sketches to do this.
Because I asked like who can submit by this time, and then I'll do it. Jim said I'll do it, and then Jim got a bunch.
Good.
And he turned in like really high quality pieces, which I'm.
If someone doesn't want this one, you could put it in my package, Jake.
Well, yeah, this is again. I go back to this and just think about, you know, this really does support the creators too. I mean, it helps everybody. It helps the show. You know, it gets great art into the collector's hands too. But you know, Jim's got the time, and so he gets 7 of these, and that's just wonderful. I mean, we're able to, you know, support your team, and you've been supporting the channel forever, and that's just great. I mean, I'm so happy that Jim could do 7 of these. That's fantastic. I better get that payment out to you soon. Oh, look at this, man.
Very rough.
Yeah.
Another magic. Lots of we should total the magic requests, Bill.
You know, we really should. I firmly believe we had more magic requests than Captain America requests this time around. Even with Alberto leveraging, you know, the field for Cap. Yeah, magic was, and again, it was like we might have had like 13 or 14 or 15 magics, and they were maybe one person requested 2, and all the rest were just unique buyers. So, but you can see why. I mean, it's a cool character. You can do a lot with her. And
before it was just Rich Donnelly asking for magic, but now he's got some competition out there.
Do they specify which version of magic, or is it all just
sometimes? So there were some people who request, like, I want the Bachalo magic, and then one is the demon magic, Dark Child. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are some requests. Another bunny girl. This one's done by Rex Espino. He wanted this one. Like, oh, I want the bunny girl.
Beautiful.
How many? Like the collector probably got like 3 bunny girls.
I'd have to go back, maybe 3, maybe 4. I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and check. And a lot of times, you know, it's funny, you know, because I think even with, I don't know if it was with them or with other ones, but you know, you'll have somebody buy one, and then like a week later they'll buy another one, or they might buy 2, and then right at the end of it they'll buy a 4th. You know, so so people don't always just jump in and buy 4 at one time. The more they think about it, the more they realize this could pan out, right? So this Jubilee came out great by Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, I think people do that to get you to, so they go to different groups.
I mean, I don't know if that really works, but you know, because the way I ran, because I made sure. When did I get you that first list, Jiggy? I think I got you the first list right at even before the end of
Yes.
April.
Yes.
That was the one thing we really wanted to change this time around, was to get pre-lists out at least 2 weeks before the show. But the thing was that even when I did that, we still doubled that amount of sales after that point. So we did add new artists after that moment, so there was an opportunity to maybe go and get assigned to a different artist from the first batches. But yeah, I don't know, but that could be a strategy. You're absolutely right, Jason. It's definitely a roll of the dice to try to figure out, make sure your stuff goes to different people. I think, we bought 6 this time, and I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think any rep got 2 of mine. I think I had 2 that went to independent artists, and then 1 to each rep, almost, something along those lines.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wondering Bill was worried about a Wonder Man. I'll show it later. We have a Wonder Man.
We showed a Wonder Man earlier too. So there could be.
We got one too.
So who knows which Wonder Man is whose? But now this is still Rex's work too, right? Yeah.
Yes, Morrigan from Darkstalkers.
So I'm only working on my laptop today, so I can't multi-screen. So when I'm doing the slides, I can't actually look at the chat. I hate to say it. So I'm glad
I can read the chat, Bill.
Thank you.
The power, Bill. Stop downgrading me.
How does that happen, Jason?
I don't know. He gets worried sometimes, Jig.
Right. Well, this was the last one in the set that you emailed me, right? As far as
I emailed some Sawi pieces.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah, it should be there it wasn't in the file.
Well, it wasn't in the zip file that I opened up.
Jeez.
I could double check it. Let me see.
Hang on. Yeah. They might have been 2. The files were big, like 10 megabytes.
Wait a minute. No, you're right. How did those not get in here? Hang on a second. Wow. All right. Dude, here I gotta here, wait a minute. Well, they're still up on my Google Drive, so I have to even share these in a more strange way, but let me do this.
And Sawi's watching, I think. So Saw, if you're there, say hi.
So I won't be able to zoom in as well on this, but let me change the screen a little bit here.
I think a popular guy within the chat will like this one. Because that is
I like this one.
That one is going to #1 Marvel fan.
Tom, congratulations.
Yeah.
Doggone it, man. You chose wisely. And now Tom's got a little crown on his head, I think. That's really nice. Great job, Sal, if you're in the chat. This is a beautiful piece. Oh man. That's beautiful. I love that. I love the purple. I mean, it just enough. Man, the reds in the hair. Holy
yep.
Look at that.
Who's a fan of redheads? I saw a comment earlier, like redheads.
Who does?
I just saw a comment too. Who was that?
Yeah.
I haven't been watching the comments, so I have no idea.
I'm gonna have to double back and get a color Sawi.
Man. That's fantastic.
Oh, Khazra, right, Rick? It was Khazra.
It was
Khazra. Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's the one with the redhead thing. Oh, Wendy's redheads. Ah.
Yeah, he's double. He's backtracking now, guys.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All right.
There's one more.
Or is there 2 more?
There you go.
Look at that. Man. That's freaking fantastic. Unbelievable. Beautiful.
That one is going to the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. No, that is amazing.
I got a bunch of stuff to show here also, Bill. If you.
Oh yeah, no, please.
Yeah.
Was this one in the set? I don't remember seeing this.
Yes, we haven't seen this one.
Okay.
And I believe that is going to Mr. Matt DiTullio.
Oh, Mr. DiTullio. Mr. Euro traveling Matt DiTullio. He's I don't think he gets back from his Euro trip for another week, but well, nicely done for Mr. Matt DiTullio. Yeah, this one wasn't in the set. I don't know what happened when I downloaded that zip file.
This one is Artoria Pendragon from Saber. Well done by Rex.
And okay, now we're back to ones we see. I don't
Yeah.
know. I have no idea why I didn't get
And
all
then
the.
I'll show the Wonder Man for Wondering Bill.
Oh, that's pretty.
So it was done by Julius Abrera.
Wow.
Since I'm on screen, I'll show that. Let's have a little show. Here is a Red Sonja. So Mr. Gonzalez. This one's
Alberto got
amazing.
that one?
Done by Ed Tadeo.
Oh, go on, man.
Jason, you might
Alberto.
like this one. Also by Ed.
Oh, yes.
That came out really nice.
Very nice. He
That's
did
beautiful.
watercolor for these.
I was just going to ask you what that was.
Yeah. Elvin Ching really stepped up his game, so you'll be happy with these. Here is a Typhoid Mary. And I love the face here.
Yeah, look at that.
That's
Congrats
insane.
to the person who asked for Typhoid Mary.
Jiggy, is Elvin working published yet? Or
He has some creator owned and he got published by Image, but I'm working on getting him some gigs.
good?
Lady Mandarin, correct?
Yeah, Lady
It's
Mandarin. Another Psylocke.
And then this one I'm jealous of. Elvin did a Black Cat.
Oh God.
You could just be
Amazing.
showing some publishers, these last three pieces, and I think that
Yeah.
they're taking interest in his
And
work.
I hope like a mystery sketch gets like published into a cover. I can't wait to see that one, whoever it may be. Now, JP. Kirby Brute.
That deserves to be on a T-shirt, man. Look at that. That is awesome.
And for the DC fans, here's a Green Lantern by JP.
That's great.
It's great. Mr. Gonzalez, another John Amore. This one was done during the live.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Yeah, that came out fantastic. I mean, I had no idea how he was going to, handle the area behind the trees, but that using the zip there behind her, man, that thing just makes that pop. That is beautiful.
Wonder John's there, saying hello.
Oh, Johnny Makes Comics. He's in the house.
So these arrived yesterday from John.
Oh wow, yeah, that is beautiful.
Now I won't show everything, so we'll have these are just teasers for the main unboxing with Bill. Here's a Tigra by Dexter Wee.
Wow.
As Bill would say, ooh la la.
Ooh la la, yeah.
Ooh la la.
I didn't make tongue right now, but yes. But yeah, just so everybody knows that the first shipment is coming in tomorrow that we'll be shipping out. But Jiggy's getting everything in very early next week and sending out another DHL. So we'll be doing a larger unboxing with like 70 pieces. I think maybe next Friday.
Golden Age Superman.
Wow.
And then if Tina Hager is in the house, her commission from Comic Art Live, also by Dexter. She asked for an Omni-Man.
Dang, that turned out nice.
And then Maureen emailed me. Is it Ito from Genshin Impact?
I want that's the piece that Emma commissioned, right?
Yeah.
Shoot, man.
I hope you like it.
She's going to be thrilled. I don't know who the character is, but I saw they were looking at a bunch of images to give you reference, and so I recognize that character. But wow!
Let's show one more, JP.
Tina's very happy with it, by the way. So there you have. Wendigo, look at that!
Wow.
JP,
you sure? Perhaps
he is. Yeah, no, there's, oh my gosh. Well, that's his poster background, right? I mean, he knows how to make a very impactful image. And shoot, the Groot, the Wendigo, man. Oh yeah, look at that. That we've seen that one.
This one was promoted during the mystery. Congratulations to the person who asked for Cyborg Superman. Wow. So maybe that's it for now, Bill.
Yeah, we don't want to. We got to save a little bit for next week. So we got to save a little bit for next week. So, all right.
Because I haven't seen the Mannix pieces yet, so I'm seeing them tonight.
That's true. Yeah, I don't want to. I want to see nothing. I want to be surprised when I open the package. So whether hopefully it's next Friday. If it's not Friday, it'll be probably very early in the following week. But yeah, I want to be 100% surprised. But I just in preparation before I left, I went out to Home Depot and literally I cut enough board, so I'm going to have board for stuff for November. But we're ready. So we're ready to start shipping these as soon as I get them. But yeah, Jeff Wedding is giving you the whole team high fives. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks,
Josh, Rom.
The single artists. I will have, as soon as we're done with Jiggy, I'll show you a few pieces from the single artists, and then we'll get on to the art picks because we're actually at the 2-hour mark already.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Jason's got a busy day tomorrow. It's a holiday weekend. But Jiggy, no, thank you, man. I can't tell you. I love getting to work with your team, and
no, thank you.
You continue to be fantastic.
As I've said before, the team really appreciates this this event. It's something that they all are excited about every time. So thank you for always including us, Bill, and we hope the collectors are happy with what they get.
I think they're going to be, and again, I want it all to wind up on CAF. Everybody, just remember that.
I'll speak for the whole chat here, guys. Blown away by not just Jig. Your guys are incredible, but everybody who's shown art today. It's just amazing. Every one, they get better and better and better. It's just incredible, Jig. So tell all your people we said thank you.
Thank you. I think they're watching, so thank you. Thanks, #1 Marvel fan, everyone. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Well, Jiggy, again, thank you. Enjoy the rest
Stay tuned with the art picks.
Yes. Well, I got to show a few more pieces here, but not many. But thank you, Jiggy, and yeah, we'll be in touch. I'll shoot you an email or a text when I know I get the DHL arrives. I think it's going to be there tomorrow.
And happy birthday, Marcus. Lance Suarez texted me that Marcus has a T-shirt made for San Diego, and he might be the one to unveil it, but it's really cool. Thanks, everyone.
See you,
thanks,
Jiggy.
Jason. Thanks, Bill. Later.
Bye, Jig.
All right. So I've got to do these one at a time because I've got them all in different folders here, but I can show off a few of the individual artists that I got scans from over the last few days. Let's see here. I think first up, I've got 3 that Dan Brereton did. Let me share that one. So Dan always does some good stuff. Love his colors, as always. I've had him on the show a few times. He was in the last one.
That's nice.
Yeah. A Fin Fang Foom, too. Look at that.
Larry Tunn, that's one of his characters. I wonder if that's his.
I do not know. But yes, that is one of his characters. He didn't have Josh do. Josh did one for him. That's right. At OAX.
Yep.
So those were Dan's, and then I only got one from Josh. Ended up only being able to take one. So, but one was definitely enough. He got Grifter, and whoever asked for that should probably be very happy. And here is that one.
Wow.
So, I know this one was already put in the mail. So, yeah, nicely done. I mean, we know what his prices are. This is a really good piece by Josh. So he and I were emailing today. Apparently, he's in London in preparation for some show there this weekend. So he let me know that he put it in the mail before he left for his trip. So thank you, Josh, for doing that. We only got one from him this time. Hopefully, we can get him to participate in the next one as well. Maybe get him to do a few more. Then Mr. Jeff Isherwood is next. Jeff took on 3, and let's see here. Get that window shared. So
nice.
Yeah, very nice black cat. Jeff is very busy. He's got this Conan gig going on right now, but he was still managed to do 3 mystery sketches for us. We got Savage Land Rogue as well. And a Zealot.
No,
Yeah. Slicing and dicing. So thank you, Jeff. Jeff even sent me some previews of his Conan work. So he's very excited. Now, it's kind of my fault. I didn't actually reach out to Yoshi because I was just too busy getting ready for this trip to Ohio. But Yoshi, I should be getting the package from him actually any day now as well. So I might as well just go ahead and show these off. And if the art arrives before I get back to Florida, the girls can ship it. So here, let's see here. This is the full preview. And over here, there we go. All right, so this is, I can't read the name. Iji, E-I-J-I, Shiroi. It's a Jubilee. Very nicely done. I know, and if I recall, when I got their stuff the last time, 9x12 was like the rare size that they did. Everything was either a little bit bigger or a little bit different in size. It's the same artist, Sila, of course. Very nice. Same artist again. Yeah, we got Mohawk Storm.
somebody got lucky there.
Definitely. And then Haji. This is a black cat piece, of course. Very nice. Looks like it's done on toned paper. And then Mephisto. Looking rather evil.
Fierce.
Indeed. And Shadow Cat. Cool. And you get Lockheed too in there. Not bad.
Yep.
And then, of course, Yoshi works with Ryan Benjamin. So you get a Ryan Benjamin cap here. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'd take that one. And Two Gun Kid by Ryan Benjamin too, right? Yeah, that's owned by Ryan. That might be a Comic Art Boston one. I know Cav likes Two Gun Kid. And Venom. Again by Ryan.
Interesting perspective on that.
Mm-hmm. And then Takumi. And I've seen he's got some videos on YouTube. I always think his style is pretty, it's kind of blocky and interesting. This is a cap. I don't think you're going to see another cap done quite like that. If I'm not mistaken, these were all done on like, I'm not going to say it's like 12x16, but I know these aren't 9x12. They're bigger than 9x12 because I can already see, because he works on these weird heavy boards like a canvas board, and I can see the same wrap that I remember seeing from the last time.
Oh, like the Ricci board? Is that what they call it?
You might know better than I. I have no idea, but it is heavy, and it does have kind of a canvasy texture. It has
like that gold edge around the end,
mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. And then same thing here. You got a Plastic Man. He's looking rather plasticky.
Yeah.
And Taskmaster.
That's the word, ML. Thank you.
What is it?
Shakishi.
Dave mentioned it. Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, this is, I think these are probably, I mean, they're bigger than 10x14 as well, whatever size that he was working on last time. But yeah, so there you have it. Those are the ones from Yoshi's team. And who else do I have something from? Joe Dragunis. He took on 4. I'm only going to show 1 because they're actually, he's like, here's where I'm at. They're all penciled, and I'm doing the inks this weekend, and I'm going to send them out on Monday. Because they're not finished, I'll show you. Joe actually got me for one of them, and so I don't mind showing mine just to show it off, because I'm sure a lot of people who, if you're familiar with Joe's work, I've never seen his process before. I always see the end work, and the end work is fantastic, because he just has a very unique kind of like woodcut sort of style, and that's not even good. It's like a lino cut, not wood, because woodcut's more rough. So it's more like linoleum kind of cut. But here is the pencil piece for mine, and I think to me it looks like maybe it could be digital pencils, but either way, this is he got a Thor. So if you're familiar with his stuff, I mean, I can't imagine how it's going to end up looking, because I know how he plays around with the line weights and stuff, but but this is at least the layout for that piece. So I won't show the 3 other ones because they're not finished, but they all look really good. It was like Plastic Man was one of the other ones. I think Death Dealer. I mean, I can only imagine what a Death Dealer that Dragunis is going to do is probably going to be pretty awesome. And then you got Medusa as well. So those are the other 3, but I won't show them because they're not done. Then anybody else we on here? Jeff Moy. Jeff Moy. I got 2 from Jeff Moy. Let me show those off too. I think Jeff got more than 2, and I think he's finishing up 1 or 2 other ones other than these. Let me go ahead and do this. See, Jason, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know how long we were going to be doing this tonight. But, we'll go through our picks real quick so you can get on with your weekend. But
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we get to look at a lot of good artwork. So for Mr. Moy, we got this very nice cable. Yeah, look at that. I love it. Turned out very nice. And if you're not tuned into Jeff's Whatnots on Friday night, you should follow him over there. He always has a good time on his show. I've actually caught it a few times, Jeff. Haven't bought anything from you on it, but I was curious how you were handling those shows. And then a Lobo and a Babe. It's a 2-character piece, everybody. 2 for the price of 1.
And
Lobo,
the square.
He's giving you the thumbs up right there. He's happy. And I do believe that is all the pieces that I've gotten so far. I do know that Veronica and Andy Fish, I know Veronica sent out 3 of hers. Yeah, the 3 that she got. I think Andy is wrapping his up, and they will be going in the mail on Monday with the rest of Veronica's too. So I think that's like almost all of the people I had, that I reached out to. And there might be 1 or 2, but at any rate, yeah, pretty good. I reached out to Anthony. I didn't hear back from him about like Riley and Jay, I think, but I'm sure we'll get to see something from them, or before too long as well. Temple Smith. I emailed with Ben Casbra. He is going to put his stuff in the mail, I think, on Monday. We exchanged emails today about it. So he's he usually, the last time around, Ben got me the stuff within a week of the assignment. I'd give it, he got it to me before the Comic Art Live in November. That's how fast. I gave him the list like a week before the show, and I had the art in hand before the show even happened. Because that's when Ben's on. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. So yes, only picks left, everybody. The art is we've gotten through all the art, and so we're going to dive into picks because Jason's got a busy Memorial Day weekend planned. I think, as probably many people in the chat do. So let's see here. Let me get our queued up stuff. I won't even, CAF update stuff, be darned. If you want to get the scoop on the CAF update, the link should be in the chat as far as, anything, because just, I didn't get a video from Nick on the EXP. So Nick's been on vacation. So I guess Amy didn't decide to do a video for him. So we didn't have that. Nick's show's tomorrow at 7. My heritage picks are posted in the report that's linked down there too. So if you want to see those, you can check those out. And dealers and auction houses had a very middling week. So there you go. That's the CAF update. Now we can talk about art here. And let me get Jason's stuff picked out up here first. And here we go. Let me just resize the screen a little bit for us, Jason. And this piece looks familiar. I think a friend of yours might have owned this and before it changed hands.
This one I saw in person. I think a lot of people know I'm a John Byrne fan. And this piece was just incredible in hand. When I saw it change hands and have the ability to pick it here, I wanted to focus on it, not only because of the John Byrne work, but Galactus you never see actually doing anything, right? Galactus is usually just standing in the background looking big. And what I kind of love about this piece is what John did with the machinery and the movement and the Galactus. In the first panel, he's small compared to his machinery, his normal size. Then you see him with all this just crazy, almost Kirby-ish, tech. And I just really, this piece is just incredible in hand and even now on CAF again.
Yeah, this was one of the pieces that sold early during Comic Art Live, and it was nice to see. Solid price, of course, because it's a marquee piece at the end of the day. I mean, it was cool to see it even being offered on Comic Art Live. I didn't think it was going to last, and it didn't. So Tom even says, "I wanted this." I think there were a lot of people that would have loved to. No, who wouldn't love to have this thing in your collection, right? I mean, it's fantastic. And now I'm forgetting whose collection it is in. It was Steve Lawrence, of course. Steve has lots of pieces that many people would like to own.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's made his mark on CAF in the last 12 months. If anybody has, Steve has. Yeah, take note of that guy. He's got a good eye, and yeah. But no, this is one that I think a lot of people would love to have. So I got my like on that one. Congrats to Steve for that. Then this is a very colorful piece, and this is wasn't it okay? So it was card art, right? And this is by Fred Ian.
Yeah, this really caught my eye. The color grabbed me, and it's funny because I actually had kind of a debate without someone knowing I picked this. I had a conversation with a few friends about how it's kind of tough. Archangel is a tough character to get a pinup or card or like a single image of, and I just thought what he did with the color, with the mosaic behind it, almost, a mosaic makes me think of church, makes me think of, angels, and how he worked that into this simple flying pose for Archangel. Also, the way he did the wings, I just like that. This really just caught my attention as a color piece. I'm not a huge color guy, and this really just so many different ways kind of grabbed me and captured the character as well as being a great image.
Well, I was thinking church, stained glass stuff as well, obviously, because it is. It's and just the idea behind it. But I think I've always liked Fred's work. I think he has a definite interesting quality to it. And I didn't get to read the description. I didn't, it says it's from the 2024 Marvel Unbound base card set. Card art is pretty popular. It's let's see, it's done on something that's done 16 by 20. Fred Ian's been a member of CAF, as you can see, for 12 years. So he's been I've been watching his art, on CAF for a long time. So then if I look at the forward and back, it looks like he's done other stuff for the same set. So there's I haven't even looked at that. I'll have to leave this tab open and check it out later. But no, very, very, very nicely done, and a good pick. I would have actually picked this one too because it stood out in the week's artwork just because of the color. Next up, this is in Jerry Bourne's CAF gallery, and if you were watching one of the Anthony Makeoffer shows, this was one of the pieces there. And I'm jealous because I've been looking for a great Frank Thorne. This was a little more than what I wanted. I want to, but still, yeah, I love Frank Thorne's work, and his Red Sonja stuff is just the best. And Jerry made an offer, and he got this great piece.
Yeah, Bill, I know you think I'm narrow focused sometimes, but I like Thorne's work on Red Sonja also, and I actually encourage Jerry to buy this in that make an offer show. I've seen it in person. Another one I've seen in person, and what I liked about this it was kind of the horror touch to it, right? It wasn't just the sword and sorcery that you usually see with Thorne and Red Sonja, and the way that and it's all him. This is all Thorne. This is pencils and inks Thorne. So the way the darkness and the shadowing, and it seemed to have more depth than the average Thorne Red Sonja piece to me, and I thought it just stood above the crowd. Really think this is an amazing add to Jerry's collection, and eventually I'm looking for one too. So maybe we're competing there, Bill.
I'm sorry. I should have picked up one of Anthony's when I saw him, or when he was trying to sell them, because they were all those interiors were pretty good. I just didn't feel like I could find the right one. But the thing is, there's not many of them out there now, and people have kind of caught on to Thorne's work on Red Sonja. So, well, yeah, maybe I'll find one in one of Berkey's bins one day. And
it's probably there.
I'm going over there on Monday. All right. I like that. Yeah, I'll let you know if I find any X-Men. Another piece that we've seen on, or was picked up by off of one of Anthony's make offer shows. This was a particular moment watching Alberto pick up this beauty. I mean, everybody rallied around him, and in a way that encouraged him to do it in a positive way, because everybody felt it was a strong piece and one that you shouldn't pass up on. And I enjoyed that moment.
Yeah, again, Alberto was pinging me this afternoon to try and find out which one of his pieces I picked, and this is the one. I'm a sucker for title pages to begin with, right? And drawn on words, and I just think it sets the stage for the book. And I'm not a huge Colin fan. Like I like his vampire stuff, his Dracula stuff more, but this piece just kind of, edge to edge, 70s Captain America title page, like so much going on. The cap head kind of without the effects that we had later, the overlays and stuff, but how he faded out the cap head, because it's not really there. It's more like ethereal versus the heavy characterization up front. And it almost has that Dracula feel to it, right? Like that shadowy evilness. And I just really caught my eye, really thought it was just one of the best pieces by Colin I've ever seen in the cap. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of his superhero stuff, but this one just, Alberto needed it, and I'm glad he got it. I'm glad we can look at it again a little bit closer.
Yeah, congrats, Alberto. You get Joe Sinnott inks on this thing too, so that definitely adds to the piece a great deal. And hey, it's a cap title piece from the area, from a great era, and there aren't many of these. So I'm happy for him. Oh, but not happy enough to have a like on it already. All right, there we go. Then I think this was in whose was this? This was Mixed Spidey Fan, yes, and it was let's see, let me get that, Infantino and Palmer. Palmer comes up a lot in our conversations. That I mean, come on, the characterizations are perfect on this thing.
Well, I also think a lot of his art's coming to market right now, Bill, right? Because all of it went through Heritage. So, again, Infantino is not an artist I love, and this page grabbed me. The characterization, the close-ups, the emotion in it, and just thinking about what Palmer had to do with Chewbacca's hair to make this look the way it did, right? Like that's real craftsmanship and skill. I am a fan of Star Wars, and this piece just, again, going through, I don't do the picks every week like Snork, and I actually have to give him a shout out. Going through all that is work. And,
it definitely is.
The thumbnail that screamed to you,
yeah.
you got to. This is one of them.
I mean, trust me, I don't get to see as much. I mean, Snork, he deserves a medal for the amount of effort he puts in there. But and I should let everybody know there were actually like 2 or 3 decent Star Wars interior pages in the Heritage Weekly. One was a Friends Palmer piece. I think the other one definitely was Infantino and Palmer. One of them was one of my picks. So seeing this reminded me of that. So, if you're in the market for a Star Wars piece from this era, there are actually a couple out there. But no, I like this piece too. And you're right. I kind of laughed when you said Palmer did a great job with Chewbacca, because you wonder how much did Infantino really put in there? He could have just referenced it, and Palmer's like, damn it, I got to do it all. But yeah, no, it's a great page, and I like the fact that. We know Scott loves McFarlane Spidey, and second runner-up is anything Star Wars. So yeah, I'd say this is a good piece for his collection.
That's a great grab.
And then this one kind of took me by surprise when I was looking at your set here, David Cho.
I like to surprise you, Bill, and that is why I picked it. One of the reasons I picked it. So I quite enjoy David's interviews with Felix, and I think that I love his passion. And I thought this was just, he's obviously a fine artist versus what we usually look at. And I thought it was a good idea to kind of bring this out and let people see the style and the difference. And what he kind of achieved here with a character that he wouldn't normally draw and something we don't usually see. I just thought it was something we should highlight and at least talk about a fellow lover of comic art and what he's doing and how different it can be and how diverse the art world can be. And I just liked it. I really did.
Yeah, I mean, he's an interesting gentleman, that's for sure, and but very passionate and very creative. Yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't pick this piece, but at the end of the day, he's somebody worth recognizing. Because he has crossover in fine art to to characters that we love, and yeah, makes me wonder how much work by David is actually on CAF. I'm going to have to do a search after we're done here. But cool. I'm glad you picked that. I mean, this is the first showpiece that we've ever featured here. So thank you, Jason.
And it's DC.
I was just going to add that on there as well. And it's DC. All right. Who is it? Max Rugers is the owner of this one. It's only got 2 comments, everybody. So throw some comments on that. Then over to Comic Art Boston. This is a FF56 Stuart Immonen piece inked by Koblish. Oh, cool. Koblish, accomplished penciler, great inker as well. Look at this thing.
Yeah, well, this is my Snork pick. Like, I saw this and it kind of jumped out, and I thought I was filling in for Chris, so I'd make sure we get some thing art on here anyway. Even though I know he doesn't like his thing enclosed, but what grabbed me on this is the New York street, right? Like we see so many artists draw New York streets in comics who have no idea what a New York street actually looks like. And this really feels like New York City, right? Just everything on top of each other, and the billboards and the moodiness and the older buildings and the graffiti. And this is when I go walk around Manhattan, parts of it, this is what it looks like, and it just grabbed me. And then it's glad that you mentioned the inks, because someone just said noirish, and the inks on this are just incredible because there's so much contrast. From the heavy darks to the light lights to just create incredible shadowing and the work that went into those, those billboards and those signs and those, the character is secondary to me, even though, Chris would have picked it because of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just amazing piece of art.
Yeah, it is. I like it even more now than when I first looked at it. I mean, just the backgrounds. It's like photorealistic in its own way. I mean, just the way he's handling. He's not pulling in all the detail, but that's like something you'd expect to see in a photograph. The way it's been handled. Yeah. I mean, this piece is really, really nice. Nighttime on Yancey Street, or God only knows where he's at in New York. But no, nicely done, and a good pick. Cab's got a very diverse taste in original art, doesn't he? We saw him post like that X-Men early Werner Roth / Jack Kirby piece not too long ago, and then more modern pieces like this. So congrats, Cab. This is a really, really nice piece for your collection. And dear Moss, we've featured a few pieces by Carlos in the past. Whose collection? Oh, George Hodge. Why would I not think that George would be the owner of this beautiful piece of art? Look at that. Wow.
So the piece itself caught me, right? And I do like Dermas, and I really only know him from you guys featuring him, to be honest. He's not drawing Wolverine anywhere that I know of. So he doesn't really come onto my radar very often, but the piece caught me. But then if you go read the description of what this piece is, Bill, and you probably didn't have a chance to take a look.
No.
But it is an autobiographical piece of Carlos, how he felt as an artist during the pandemic, the isolation and trying to continue to work, and reading that description coupled with the way the art already grabbed me. I just had to pick the piece, even though it's way out of my normal purview of things that would catch my eye. But George has an amazing collection, way underrated. And this is just, like I said, when you get a chance after, go read the story about where this piece came from, and it's just amazing when you think about it in the context of what these artists were going through during the pandemic, the isolation and the uncertainty of everything at that moment.
I will definitely do that. And, yeah, George has a fantastic collection, and he's a pretty good artist himself.
And there he is.
Is he in the
radio?
Radio? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I cannot watch the chat at all while I'm doing these slides, unfortunately. But I had picked this piece too, and you took it from me. But that's all right. That just means we like similar things. I mean, come on, Michael Golden, Avengers Annual 10, and a page you haven't seen. I mean, this is just, I love it. This is like the golden era, that you want. Is it? My mom is making an appearance, everybody. Didn't you do this all the time, Mom? You just want your moment in the sun.
I do.
You're loud. Wingman all night instead of me.
Wash the dishes.
I will not be ignored.
I'm the king.
I will not be ignored.
All right, Mom. I'll see you in a little bit. That's my mom, everybody. Just give me a note.
What you bring you?
I gotta do before I go to bed. I mean, I can't. I'm still a kid here. I'm sleeping in the same bedroom that I grew up in. All right, so let's go back to this Michael Golden Avengers Annual 10 piece. I mean, come on, this is the era. It's like this. I want a page from this book, or I want something from Micronauts. Because when I think of Michael Golden, this is where my sweet spot with Michael Golden, and I would kill to have this page or anything within like a 1 year window of this.
Yeah, 100%. Like I try not to be a homer and pick a bunch of X-Men stuff, but I just couldn't resist this page. For everything you're saying, this is, when I look, it's terrible to say, but when I see what Michael Golden is drawing now and think about what this is, it's like two different artists. And, this book caught my imagination. I was young and had no idea where I could see more of his art. And it's one of the first artists that did that as a child.
No, it's true. I mean, and you look at it now, and he was just revolutionary in a lot of ways. Just the way he handled anatomy, eyes too big. I mean, he's a manga artist before before we knew what that was in the States, right? Or at least for me as a reader. Maybe other people caught on, but I mean, he did things so differently. And again, you just look at. I mean, this machinery is not like you'd see in a Kirby background, right? I mean, it's almost like living. It's there's no like sharp edges in any of this, and that's the way he kind of defined everything. I mean, even just look at the way he's handling Tony's armor here. I mean, I love everything about this era of Golden work, and yeah, man.
You got to highlight Rich Danny's comment, not the bottom one, the one before it. It's about 6 up.
Your mom told me she hates this. That's not what she wrote on the note, but thanks, Rich. Man, Bill has killed before. Come on, guys. Anyway, but what am I going to say? I don't know what to say. But I look at this, and this is an era for comics that is always going to be one that I go back and look at fondly. This could be an Ed Hannigan page inked by Al Milgrom or whatever. This era in comics is like the era that I would love to own, a piece of art by every creator who was kind of working in this time period, because there's something about it that whenever I see it, it reminds me, of being like 16 or 17 years old and just loving comic books more than anything else in the world, and it is just seeing this imagery, it takes me back to that, that's 40 plus years ago. And this is great. So this is in Ron S's CAF gallery, for those who didn't know, but this is probably my favorite piece of art that went on CAF last week. One last piece here, something from Don Perlin, the late Don Perlin, and this is in Sean Crowell's CAF gallery. Moon Knight, first solo Moon Knight piece. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so obviously Don Perlin was on everyone's mind with him passing last year, and what I'm most familiar with Don is probably his Defenders work. Mm-hmm. And I always thought it was very static, and this page just seems so fluid compared to what I'm used to, what I think of for Don, right? I just thought the motion in this and the posing and it wasn't what I usually think of for Don Perlin. So it really, again, caught my eye. The fluidity of Moon Knight in this is something not every artist can capture. And I just thought it was something we should highlight. And we could talk about Don a little bit, whose passing was an unfortunate moment, but we should celebrate these kind of pages and not the workman-like stuff that he's most known for.
Yeah, I like this page a lot. I mean, definitely this panel here and the last two as well. I mean, yeah, this is great.
Even the layout, like the cross section of that second panel, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the usual standard, boxy Perlin that we see, and that's what grabbed me on it.
Yeah, nicely done. This is inked by Don too. I was trying to see who was the inker on it. It's all Don. Oh, Sean's got a very nice calf gallery for those of you who've not been. Look at October 2003. Sean has been a member since the first year of calf. That's hard to do. What ID number is he?
How much was premium membership the first year, Bill?
There was none.
No?
We didn't have a premium membership till like year 5 or 6, maybe. Honestly, it's been that long. Because yeah, I mean, if we're at 21, yeah, it would have been year 6. Because we've been at $75 for 8 years, and prior to that, we were at $50 for 7 years. That's 15 years of premium membership. So we probably went somewhere between 5 and 6 years without premium membership. And we definitely went like 3 or 4 years without any advertising on CAF too. So it was the evolution of all of that. But this was your last piece. That was a good piece to end on.
I think you had one more, Bill.
Well, you picked 11, didn't you?
Oh, yes. You're right. Sorry.
But I picked your 11, so technically we're gonna see that one. Yeah. So let me swing over to here. Sure, come on. All right. So this is in Duke Fleed, his calf gallery. I mean, there is not enough Tick artwork out in the world at all. I mean, I'm a huge Tick fan. Love the comics. Love the first animation. I own a few Tick pieces, but no published stuff, and nothing by Ben, unfortunately. So when you ever get to see anything from the Tick by Ben, you just kind of go like, I don't know. I was just shocked to see this. And we talk about Duke a lot. He was #1 Gru fan forever, and it just seems like in the last 5, or not even 5 years, let's just say last 2.5 years, Duke's just like gone crazy, just getting these stellar pieces added to his collection, and every one of them kind of surprises me. It's like from a different, it's guys in spandex, but it's a super special cover, or and then now it's an indie book with the Tick in it. I like the fact that as a collector, he's somebody that always surprises me. But for me, I picked this almost exclusively because these are just so rare to see in the wild ever. I mean, I would be a buyer, and not even knowing what the market is on a page like this, just wanting it because I want one. I've always wanted to get something published by that Ben drew of the Tick, and so this is just awesome. To me, it's historic. I love it.
Oh, first, let's talk about Duke, because I love Dookie, but I agree with you. You never know what's going to pop up in his gallery, because I'm pretty sure at one point he was like, I only collect splash pages or covers, and then now you see some, very panel-y page, but like you said, a historic page. They don't come up. They're not available. I'm not a huge Tick fan. I'll be honest with you, I remember the TV show that more than I don't think I've ever read a Tick comic in my life. But the marriage of art and character is always impressive to me with what he did with the Tick. So this page is a very good example of it, and I'm glad you picked it.
Thank you. Yeah, congrats, Duke. This is it's amazing, man. I'm very, very, very jealous. I think a lot of collectors are. Next up, Josh Cassara. We were talking about him earlier. He did a mystery sketch for us. And this is whose calf gallery is this? Jamie. Yeah. Wow. And again, this is it I want to make sure this is it's a commission piece that that he did, and holy mackerel, man! You know, when Josh has time, I mean, if I had money and a really good idea, Josh would be one of the people that I'd be thinking about to do a commission for me, because it's just fantastic. I mean, everything about it. The composition's great. I love just the, I don't know, I'm tongue tied. I love this piece so much. I mean, Josh is a great artist, and the thing is, it's funny. If it's because of you, Jason, in a weird way, you talk about you buy smart from him, and you talk about him. I get to see one piece by him, and then the next thing I know, Josh is all of a sudden, I can't not love his artwork. And it's back to that referral stuff. That, when collectors go out there and they talk about specific creators, we really get to discover people who are maybe just outside of your purview, right? And Josh was one of those guys. And the moment you started talking about him and I saw his work, I mean, I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pick this one. Again, I didn't want to be the homer about it, because I think I champion Josh way too much. But the pieces, I'm glad you picked it. I'm glad you saw it, and I'm glad you highlighted it. It's just an amazing piece. Josh's work is incredible, and you've heard me talk about it a million times. You've heard me talk to him about it. I mean, it's just, he's a throwback, because it's all it's all traditional. It's all washed. It's all, one thing Josh always said to me, he wants his art to stand out as not colored, not in the comic. Like when you look at it as art, even panel pages, and this is not a panel page, but it's amazing how much he put into it. And I wish he had more time to do commissions, because when he does these top tier commissions like this, they're just mind blowing.
Yeah, agreed. And he's such a nice guy. After getting to meet him at OAX too, he's awesome. Yeah, just look, Maureen's throwing in a love the ticket as well. She's the one who really turned me on to the tick. When we got married, that was like her thing. Was
why don't you get her a page, Bill?
I do. If you look at my cap gallery, you can do a search on it. There's a tick page in there, but it's by a different artist. Published though.
All right.
It exists, but that's because I could never find any Edlin.
Maureen, I'll find one for you and I'll send it to Bill.
No, you just send it to me and I'll buy it. I'll figure.
That's what I'm saying. I'll just find the link and send it to you. That's all.
Thank you. Next up, let's see. This is in whose calf gallery? KCA. So what we've got here is, and I always mess it up. Iban Coelho. And this is okay, Coelho. And this is a variant cover, issue 50. Honestly, I was very, I love the image of Venom Spidey costume, but the thing is, I just like the way the background was handled too, and zooming in doesn't really do it justice. It's kind of just got it's a vertical fisheye lens thing kind of going on there. And it's not dramatic, but it's just enough that when you do it, it makes him pop out even more. So I love it, and I love the background just being kind of blocky and not unlike the Yancey Street thing piece where the backgrounds were as important as or even more important than the character. Here they're enough to kind of frame things and really focus your eye on them, but it's still a big part of it for me. So yeah, I like this piece a lot.
Yeah, you got almost a different perspective. It's not kind of a straight on, and then he creates that with the, I don't know what you call it, but the framing, the two white diagonals on the top and bottom, it just kind of tilts everything a little bit, even though it's not tilted. I don't know. Chris would probably be able to speak to this way better than the way I'm butchering it here, but the perspective of it, the way that it's framed like that, it's a great piece, and he does great work.
You see that Mark is letting us know that there may be Edlin tick card art in the November Cal. All right, Mark. I remember something I gave Mark, or I didn't give Mark. Mark and I did a deal a long time ago for something I've always regretted. Long before the mini golf, I always think back to that Barry Windsor Smith piece that I had. But anyway, I mentioned that now. But yes, I'll be looking for that Edlin tick card art if that ever comes about. But
and Maureen, don't let him wait till his usual 5-minute rule to let everybody else put their order.
Yeah. Well, Maureen might not wait. That's the kind of thing. Anyway, great piece. Congrats to Casey. This is in Mickey's calf gallery. I can pick something from Mickey almost every week, but this is like early Adam Hughes, Carl Story inks. And at the end of the day, there's something about Adam's early work that I've always kind of liked. And either it's just he's kind of figuring out his style or whatnot, but I almost like just the characters around this title page, right? I mean, I don't really know what's going on there in the center, but I just like the way this whole, more than anything, I like early Adam Hughes. So trust me, because I've looked into buying like some of his Playboy pieces, or right, I think he did work for Playboy. He did work for I don't know, people in the chat will probably be able to remind me, but either way, I just like his early stuff, and I think he's so very polished now. Everything is perfect, but back then it's like he could be a little rough. But I still like looking at this early stuff. I would have to believe if Jeff Moy was in here, he'd give it 2 thumbs up too, because he's been a fan of his work for a long time. Maze Agency, thank you, Chuck. And it was Penthouse, not Playboy. All right, it's the Penthouse and Maze Agency are what I'm thinking of. You're right, Justice League as well. I have one of his Star Trek pages, one of those twice up pages, but I like this era stuff. So there you have it. That's just
no. I talked earlier about title pages, and this is exactly what I was saying about setting it up. Right, you got a roll call of all your kind of floating heads that aren't floating because they're boxed here, and then you got a piece of the story coming right through it. So it's well developed page. It's a different take on a title page, but still getting to why I was saying they're so important to the story and to what we do. Never mind, it's early Adam Hughes, right? That's the icing on the cake when you think about it.
Yeah, very, very true. I like Rich Danny says that his dad told him about the Penthouse Comics artwork. All right, sure. I don't know why there's an error on that. What is this page? Oh, there it is. Okay. Well,
2 Star Wars this week.
Yeah, Star Wars. This is in Jeff Wedding's calf gallery, and Jeff's been posting a lot of great Star Wars related art. And yes, going back before May the 4th and whatnot, but he keeps posting it, and so I have continued to go back and look at his pieces because I'm not necessarily a Star Wars fan, but I like to look at the art, and I tend to usually see like new artists, right? But this is Jan Duursma, right? And Duursma, sorry. And I love the action throughout the first 3 panels up here, and then the focus on these 2 characters at the end. There's just something about the storytelling. And Jan obviously, has been around a long time, knows a thing or two about good storytelling and the way to move you through a panel. I love the fact that it's got the black gutters and everything around it. It just helps you really just focus in on the action even more. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this is just to give 2 thumbs up to Jan as a storyteller. Less about being Star Wars related, but just back to a journeyman artist who knows how to do really great storytelling, and in a way that I really appreciate. So.
Well, I'm going to rag on modern art a little bit right now because I think storytelling and comic art, sequential art, is kind of a lost or dying skill. When I do wander into modern art, I don't see the flow that we're used to from the older stuff or what the older artists do, and this is a good example of it. Who's the inker on this, Bill? Because I'm not usually a huge
Dan Parsons says, Dan Parsons, Jeff Wedding's good friend. That's probably where he got it from, I guess. Yeah.
And talk about another Caffer with a sneaky good collection. Mr. Wedding's collection is great.
Yes, and he just told us right there, 37 pieces and counting this month. Yeah, that's awesome, Jeff. He's probably just been sitting on these, haven't you? Let's see, 4 more pieces for me here. This was the cover image for the show. Obviously, Spider-Man Sinister Six. This was it was a commission, right? Yeah, it had to have been commission, and it's Chris Stevens and who's Cap Gallery, Alex Gonzalez. Just good stuff. I like Chris's stuff. I mean, you look at it, it's like I don't know how a guy does traditional work like this, because it just doesn't. It looks like he did this on a Wacom tablet. Because there's just too much detail in it, and it's smooth in the right. You look at the musculature's done one way, The texture's done another way in the background. Sandman looks like he was done on a computer, you know, to get the sandy texture. It just, Vulture's painterly over here. I mean, none of it, it's just amazing that he can cram all of this, this slick, detailed style into his work. I mean, look at Craven's freaking awesome. And the lighting's even, you know, the lighting and then his use of color. I mean, I keep going around and around on everything I like about Chris Stevens stuff. I want to own a freaking piece of art by Chris Stevens.
Yeah, I got one, Bill. I pinged you. I picked a Stevens piece up. It's a black and white one, but it's the same thing you're talking about. You know, what really amazes me looking at this piece is that what you're talking about, the different textures with the colors, but the fact to lay this out before even knowing how you're going to get to those textures with it is just incredibly skillful, right? Like we're going to put this character over here and Sandman's going to look a little flatter versus, you know, Dr. Oct, who's going to be popping a little bit more to kind of create that. And you know, he laid it out. And yeah, Mysterio, we're going to fade him out a little bit and blue, but you know, he did this in pencil or whatever, however he laid it out initially, and to come to full fruition like this is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I got to get something from him. I mean, I think he is in Florida, so he's somebody who we could get back to OAX. If so, and he takes a list, I might just have to get myself on. I can't stand it. I love his work since the day Tim Townsend started promoting. You know, the fact that he was a talent, and that was over 10 years ago. And even then, his black and white stuff was fantastic. But I mean, what he does in color blows my mind. So,
well, Dan just said he's going to be at Heroes, so maybe you call Felix tomorrow and see if he get on.
He's going to be at Heroes. So, that's a thought. I'll have to reach out to Felix. Felix is doing an art drop tomorrow. I don't know what it is, but here, this is a simple one. Coypel, right? It's in Matt Dick's calf gallery. I think Coypel was at Lake Como recently. I picked this one just because, you know, I can't say that I feel like I've seen like loose, like convention style stuff from Coypel before. And, you know, I love his interior work. I love his published work. But I really like just the simple piece. And because I'm so, whenever I think of Coypel, I think of his work with Thor, right? And the way he drew the costume, it's super detailed, hyper detailed stuff. And then you see something like this that's kind of loose. It just makes me appreciate him as an artist differently, because the first thing I thought of was like, gosh, I don't remember ever seeing another convention sketch by Coypel in a while, you know. And this wasn't a Como piece; it was posted before that, but maybe it was before that done at Como. Who the hell knows? Bottom line is it just made me like appreciate Coypel in a different way, to see something quicker, you know, looser, but just as beautiful. So makes me think, you know, I'd love to get something like this from him, because I've never seen a published piece that I want to buy, but I see this and I'm like, shit, I want to own that. Oops, it's 4.
It's all right. It's almost midnight. You can curse now. Your mother's sleeping. No, you're right. He does a ton with so little, right? Because this was probably, I don't know, 5 minutes. How long could it have taken him to do this? 10 minutes? It's just wonderful. And I am a fan. I actually own an Uncanny page from him.
Good.
Yeah, so I do like his work. It's just so much with so little. And you're right to highlight stuff like this. And we don't always have to highlight the most intricate, right? The hobby has all encompassing, and you can see the beauty no matter what you're looking at.
Exactly. Here. Yeah, I hope my mom didn't hear that. Can't swear in the house. We just got a bar of soap with my name on it. All right, 2 more to go here. Oh, wait a minute. I picked this. See, doggone it. I had highlighted this piece too.
I thought you didn't like it. You didn't like Perlin.
I never said anything like that. How the heck did I double up on that? Son of a gun, man. All right, well, we had the same idea, because I really like this page too. But I forgot about that one. But I did pick this one too, and I would have picked it. You know, you picked this as your 11th pick in case there was any overlap. And I had to go back and get it too. Again, it's back to title pages, right? I love a good title page. This one is almost like overwhelmingly rendered. I mean, somebody was talking about the spaghetti webbing. This has got like all kinds of, it's not just spaghetti webbing in here. There's I don't even want to know. It's just crazy. I love the imagery in it. I love that basically that you end up with this tiny panel in between his arms. That was, from the storytelling perspective, that's the thing I like the most about this page. I wish it was bigger. Whose calf gallery is this? The game curator. So
he was so happy when he got it too. He bought this on Anthony's show, I think.
I knew I'd seen the piece, but I couldn't remember where. So it was something we did with Anthony.
I saw him post it on Instagram, and he was so excited to own it, and he should be, because it's an amazing piece. And like you said, that framing in the middle of the giant character with the webbing and everything. And again, going back to title page, you got a piece of the story in the middle, but you also have this incredibly pin-up image around it.
Yeah.
Great work.
Totally. I mean, I think it's masterful storytelling, and and this is from Spider-Man 2099 Unlimited. I've never read a single 2099 title, but this is just a fantastic image. So congrats, game curator, on adding this to your calf. And we did it. I got the knockout one because we overlapped on that one piece. So there you go. Well, Jason, I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day. And I'm glad you were able to take this little journey with me, the whole show. This was nice.
It was nice. We'll do it again in 6 months when I don't have 6 meetings in the morning and then a 2-hour drive down the shore.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, but thank you for doing it, man. I really appreciate it. And Marcus is saying no vid. Marcus, Marcus sent me a vid. You want to see that Marcus is he sent me a vid. I was going to save it till next week because I can't add in the photographs, Marcus. If I show the vid, I can't make it as a video presentation because I didn't have time to do it all. But yeah, I can find it, and we could make it the final thing of the night if I can find it on my hard drive here. Where is it? So yes, it was Marcus. It's actually Marcus's birthday today, but I think he had a little party with Lance recently.
Why wasn't Mikhail there?
I don't know. Oh, you know what, Marcus? I can't play it because it's a movie file. It's not an oh, wait a minute. It might actually work. Usually StreamYard only likes MP4 files, and you sent an MOV file. Well, we'll find out if it plays. But this was a birthday party, I believe, that was hosted by Lance for Marcus. Let's see here. Jason, I'd say you're frozen if your fan wasn't still spinning.
Sorry, I was looking at an email.
All right, yeah, well, let's see. I'm going to see. I have no idea if this plays. If it doesn't play, then it's going to have to be next week because it's kind of loaded.
Hey, you got Mannix?
Oh.
I'm going to unbox this.
What is it?
I don't know. It's a mystery from Lance.
A mystery sketch?
A mystery something. A mystery box.
Oh. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Huh.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Oh!
What is it?
We got an X-Men 97 Wolverine.
What does it say in the word balloon?
I like big cocks and I cannot lie.
What?
I hope
from another one from Exoris Toys.
Where's Cyclops' head?
Whoa, look at that.
Who's in this place?
Whoa, that's sweet. That's so sick. That's sick. Oh my God.
Here's Marcus's little friend.
That's Marcus's best friend right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, what's this?
What is this?
What's this? You got the Fiend, you got
There's a dead wrestler there.
Oscar. you got Roman.
They're all gone. Cena.
You got what's his name?
You can't see me.
Peacemaker.
You can't see me. Well, okay, that's enough.
That's enough for that.
Let's get to it.
Totally awesome. Sick. No way.
Yeah, way.
That's so sick.
Way. Marcus Way.
Oh, that's way sick.
Transformers.
Whoa. Whoa, no way. Is this all original?
It says it's totally awesome.
Oh, look at that.
What is it?
Whoa. It's a Mannix. Can you believe it? It's a Manic sketch cover. It's a birthday cake, dude. That's sick.
CGC.
No way. Does it come with COA, dude? Oh,
Man.
is this COA? Where's the COA, man?
Joshua, how much is this worth if it's graded?
How much?
400 or 4,000?
4,000, man. Oh, is this a 9.8? Whoa.
Stupid.
Whoa.
Why do I think Marcus was tossing a few back before he opened this gift?
Ready? I'm gonna shut it down.
Awesome.
See
Okay,
you,
man.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Marcus.
thank you.
Happy birthday, Marcus. So there you
Happy
go.
birthday.
Congrats. Well, I didn't know I could play movie phones.
Exciting.
Yes, indeed. Well, congratulations, Marcus. That's a very nice Wolverine character that you got there. And the Mannix sketch cover. Have we ever seen a Mannix sketch cover before? I can't say that I've seen any. That there must be some out there, but that's pretty cool. So congrats. And again, Jason, thank you, man. Enjoy your holiday weekend, and I know we'll do this again sometime in the future. I appreciate it. It is 12:01 right now, so it is time for us to call this, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. Lots of fun. Enjoy your holiday weekend. You won't see me again until, heck, I think the amateur dueling deal is on Wednesday. We've got some vacation time too. So have a good night. Take care.
Bye,
We'll see you
guys.
again soon.